Okay, everybody, what's going on? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here with the Whether You Like It or Not reality TV and gossip panel. Okay, we have a special guest host with us tonight. Simply Sakina is back up here with us. Hey, Cuffy, you're welcome. Okay,
Hey
not only
y'all.
that, okay, we got a couple of late people coming in a little bit later. Saya will be here in a minute. Terrence is gonna be a little bit late. Jamie won't be here tonight. Her mother came into town, so she's spending time with her mom tonight. I don't think Bundy feels good tonight, so she won't be here either. And Jay Lee has a lot of work tonight, so she's gonna be missing in action as well. So be on the lookout for Josiah and Terrence. They'll be here in a little while. So shout out to Bundy, Jamie, and Jalen, since they're not here tonight with us. We have Alex in the building, of course. He's in here ready to go in. We
Oh
got
yeah.
Lucy in the building. She, just like me, has had a terrible week with this ice storm and this weather and everything like that. No, she's had it.
Through the
Probably she's had it
wire.
worse than me though.
Through the
Like,
wire.
um, and again, like I said, we got Simply Sakina in the house. She's our guest host for tonight, and we have Yarel in the house. Cortez in the building. Okay, I don't know who this person is in the comment section, but can y'all please get rid of it? Nobody has time tonight. So, with that being said, with that being said, we're going to start this thing off with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Okay, now most of you guys that watches this panel know that I don't watch that shit, but everybody else up here does. So I'm going to allow you guys to start it off and go in and let have as the great Funky Ninety would say. Go right ahead. I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to let y'all have it.
Well, I guess I'll start. Mary is a poorly dressed colorist, and she is one of those people that's so stupid she lets you know how stupid she is without you even having to prompt or ask her, which to me makes life a little easier because I know when you see that heifer just cross the street. But when she told Andy she had a preference for white men in Utah, where you know they're not checking for black women, girl, so you already have shown us you like to bang your head up against the wall. And I guess the only black man you could find that could pass your paper bag test was your step grandpapa. So you decided to get on his penis pay. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just, I don't know what is more sorry than that. I don't know what's more sorry than that. Maybe Erica Mena, maybe her, but that's rare air to breathe when you're that sorry, when you're that trifling, when you're that unintelligent about who you are and where you come from, and that means you don't know where you go. And that's why she ended up in her grandmother's house trying to live her grandmother's life with that home health aide she's pretending is a maid when we all know that's Medicaid.
Okay. And I think it's super clear to all of us that along with that husband, she inherited her grandmother's clothes. Because I
Mm.
always say Mary is a high-end hoarder and a low-end one too. That's why half her clothes look too big. Hey Josiah, welcome. But yeah, Mary's a whole fool. And the thing that
Hey,
trips
what's
me
up, you
up is
guys?
not the thing that trips me up is not that people are colorist. It trips me up that they're ignorant enough to say it on TV. And then the fact, I don't know, just the whole setting really fucked me up. So I first started watching Salt Lake City because they had a black person. So then I was like, okay, I'm about to watch it because they had a black person. How she ended up being my least favorite person on the entire cast. It
I
just didn't
know.
make sense. She said, but he's white. Mary, go on. Go on. I'm done. She's my least favorite person. I thought it was Jen, but Mary has definitely won that title. But they can bring her crazy ass
I
back
feel the
because
same
I would
way.
love to rag on her.
Child, we talking about crazy ass Mary from the Salt Lake
Yes.
City. Uh-uh.
Yes.
That
Mm-hmm.
that girl show her ass. Do you hear me? She showed her ass on part 2. The colorism popped out. She needs help. She needs
jumped out.
Jesus. Call them on the main line.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
All the potential bleach is getting to her brain cells.
Okay, well,
I can't
guess
even say
No,
it's.
for real.
You saw those elbows.
Right.
You saw those elbows. That was bleaching all day and all night. Bleaching mixed with hyperpigmentation, because you know them elbows was as thick as an elephant's knee skin.
And one of y'all called out how she always wear gloves too. Like hide the
Yeah.
Somebody talked about it on the panel. Like,
It is why.
And because she got them hands that make her look like
Yeah.
Keisha Kaur. You know how Keisha Kaur got those talons, those withered mouth. Like in the face, the girl looks a smooth 32, but them hands, witches can never hide their true age when they cast them age spells. It never works on the hands.
no, it don't. She need to go to
Baby,
Heather's
I'm gonna have to look
spot.
at her hands now because you done pointed it out. Every time we see Keisha Kaur, she errors down in her pictures, so I don't ever really look at her hands. But I'm gonna have to look up, take a look.
They look more like feet than Oprah's.
Oh, but did y'all catch one thing? We can't talk about Mary without talking about how she waited till the reunion to say it wasn't in my grandmother's will. It was my grandmother's will that I married her husband. So it's like, why the switch up now? Is it because
Okay.
the members are coming out and saying that that's not true?
Yes.
That's what I
She's
think it is.
backpedaling and
'Cause they-
popping.
Because they
That
done
pussy.
dragged the hell out of her.
Yeah. I was like, see, that's the wordplay shit that she tried to turn that shit around. Like, what you mean it was God's will? So you mean to tell me you and your husband or granddaddy prayed on it, and 2 years later, y'all said, oh, it was God's will, so we might as well go. Like, what? Not 2 years later, though.
And they revealed that she was married. Well, I don't think she ever talked about this on the show. She never said she was married before on the show, did she?
I
Or
don't
was
believe
that-
so.
I don't think she did. I think that it was just
I
coming
remember.
out. So she came to the reunion like, okay, let me tell on myself a little bit. Let me get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really feeling like she did leave her ex-husband for her granddaddy, because that's just what it was giving me. I don't know that to be true, but it was just like, she's not well at explaining herself. So when she started to go into like the ex-husband thing, I was like, you hesitating too much. Like it's making me feel like you did leave him for your
Poor
granddaddy.
liar.
Very, very.
A poor liar. It's just that
This is
simple.
weird. I don't really understand.
I feel like
I
Andy
don't
did
understand
his
her, or
job.
her thinking.
Andy did his job with Mary. I wish that he had done that in other reunions. I wish he really did his job the way I wanted him to, because he was really asking the questions about Mary that everybody wanted to know. Whereas, like,
We wanted to know.
yeah, that's what we wanted to know. He asked about what the grandmother did for all her money, and it still didn't really make sense. How did she come up on all that money? She had daycares, restaurants, a mortgage company. Like, those are all super random companies. Where did it come from? And she still never answered the question. So that's why I want her on for another season. I also want them to talk about this alleged cult, because there was no hiding that. She was like, yeah, those are rumors. And then she said she called the people of her church poor. She tried to relate it back to
Yeah,
the
but she
Bible.
tried to
It
cover that up with a Bible scripture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like some cult
Her
shit.
bluntness, I really feel like she was dead ass when she said what she said in that video. Like, you way too blunt. Look at how she was going in on them. She told one of the dudes that he was overweight. The choir looked scared as hell of her when she showed up to the church. Like, no, I believe that she did exactly what she said. She just trying to cover up for her actions when it came down to reunion. She had time to kind of think about her life a
Exactly.
little bit.
Yeah, here go Bondi. Shout out to Bondi. Everyone is ignoring the bleaching.
Yeah.
Yes, we see it. We touched on the bleaching a little bit.
Hell,
but
we
like,
see it.
Andy should have went. Andy should have asked her. Andy had the nerves to ask her about her hair.
Well, everybody
I'm
was
not
talking
into that one,
about
but
how
that was-
bad
You know,
that
it's
head
really
was.
just sad to just see her up there. Yes. It's just really sad that she has so many deep rooted issues within herself that she really, was just just really struggling to love herself as is. It's really sad.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like that's always sad to see. I think the thing with Mary is, remember she started breaking down and saying, "Oh, every Chanel bag that I have is because of him." I was like, "Girl, what the fuck? Wait, where are we going with this?" But I think it's really her battling these demons. Like, she's really unhappy, and she basically sold her soul for her grandmother's inheritance and sleeping with her grandmother's ex-husband, and that really don't sit well in her spirit. But because she's getting these benefits, the church, the designer bags, and all of this, she's just going to deal with it. And I just feel like that's really eating her up.
Yeah, and Andy knows what the rumors
That's her
are.
problem.
He knows what the rumors are because he asked her the
Mhm.
question strategically. He said to her, "Wouldn't your mother be more age appropriate for him?" Because everybody knows that Mary done fell out with her mother. She claims it's over money, but her mom wanted that title. So keep her around. Keep her around. I want to find out all the dirt on her. And I also like the way that she turns up on Jen because it's a little necessary sometimes.
It's definitely necessary. She be getting Jen ass together. And it'd be funny as hell. Like, don't get me wrong, Mary be funny sometimes, but then like once you really start to get who she really is, it's like, ugh. And then I can't focus on having a conversation with somebody like Mary. All the extra facial expressions she be making, she be acting out jittery like she on some shit. Like, it would be hard for me to have a conversation with her. Like, you do too much.
Right.
Mm.
But I mean, I think that was pretty much it for Salt Lake City.
Yes.
Any thoughts on what you were saying on the comment across the screen? Any thoughts on it before we move on?
It was Lisa riding for Jen. Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely think that Jen has something on Lisa. And it's also the fact that we kind of talked about it before, that Lisa felt betrayed by not finding out about Meredith's tea. So she's like, okay, let me hug on up on Jen. She got some tea.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I feel like that's, I don't necessarily feel, I know some people
I don't think
feel
they're back
like,
next season, but I know they are going to come back.
who's going to back?
Mm-hmm.
Or you said they all going to come back?
Wait,
I really
what?
feel like as much as Lisa,
I think they're all going to come back, but I need Lisa not to be there.
I would prefer both
can't get
of
into
the
her.
blonde. I call them the blonde and the brunette. I feel like the brunettes don't need.
I think.
to come back
Hold on one second, y'all.
They're boring.
Hold on one second, y'all. I think it's a delay somewhere because when Josiah was saying what he was saying, you didn't really catch it right away. I think it's a delay somewhere. So y'all just be careful with that because I think a delay somewhere between, But continue on, you guys. Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I do know that Josiah did say that he believes that everybody is coming back. For those of y'all who watch that show, do y'all think everybody is coming back, or do you think that someone should leave the show?
I think Jen should go, but I know she's coming back. I think Mary should go, but I know she's coming back. I think Leisha should go, but I know she's coming back. Like herpes, they're here for a while.
It's the brunettes for me. I think the brunettes need to go. Out of everybody on the show, they really had the least to give. Like, their personalities are not popping. They're just boring as fuck. And I mean, Lisa, yeah, you got 2011 businesses, but you're not interested enough for us to really care about how it's going. Mary, baby, stale as fuck. Like, we don't care about Brooks. Definitely don't give a fuck about Brooks. At this point, we don't even care about your marriage. You have nothing else to give besides those two things, and those two things we're focused about. So I just feel like the brunettes need to go. I would like to see Mary go too, simply because she just don't fit here. And none of those girls are really her friends. Like, they trying to make it seem Whitney and Meredith, Lisa. Y'all really know her friends. She can go.
I was just gonna say that I know they're all coming back. How can I say this? It's not that I don't want Whitney to come back. It's just if Whitney comes back, with her father as her storyline, I'm going to be over it. That's it.
I'll give you that, but I feel like Whitney does play well with the other ladies. But yeah, they bring in the families too soon.
Yeah.
And she can't be the bone carrier no more. Okay, she tried it once, it didn't work. She pulled a Cynthia, trying to sit here and get the ish started and just looking foolish. So I'm gonna need for Whitney not to carry no bones. That's not your lane, baby girl. That is not your lane. Okay, Mary can do it, Heather can do it, baby, you can't do it. Just don't. That's all.
I think that Whitney is a good bone carrier. I really do.
She couldn't hardly get the words out. She was stumbling over
thing
herself.
is, she got them out. If you compare her to the other people on the show, none of those ladies would really carry any bones. Jen is the bone is being carried because she's the one who started shit. Lisa and Meredith would never. They're pretty boring, but I actually grew a liking to Meredith.
Jen is
actually pretty cool. So the only person who I would be like, I don't care if they're here is Lisa. Everybody else can come back.
Why does Brooks look like one of those young Republican gays?
He does. That wouldn't shock me at all. It's because he has that whole what did Jen say? Privilege about him. I mentioned that. How even when he sits in his confessionals, it's like, why are you here? Who sent you?
Yeah, I agree with you, DC. I think that Brooke is definitely privileged, and
I was going to ask.
Would you say what?
Well, you can continue your point, but I was going to ask you, what was you about to say about Jen? You could tell us what you was about to say about Jen after you finish your point. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, I was just about to say Jen is crazy as hell. She always try to make some situation out of, nothing situation out of something. Like, I really need her to therapy, get some help, because I feel like every situation that happens, she blows it up out of proportion. And I hope she look back at this season and look at her, how crazy she been acting. Where's her real friends that to tell her, baby, this ain't it. This ain't it.
You talking about Jen? Did you say real friends? You mean employees? You mean payroll? What
yes, Jen. The employees that she disrespects and talk down to. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. She was actually Zan Jen.
She need
on part two.
She need a black. Let me shut up. Okay. I'm about to say something.
On part two. I will give her that.
You said what?
She was chill on part two.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, now we're not finna act like all of these ladies are friends, because even with part one of the reunion, we found out that Whitney and Lisa didn't know each other prior to the show. They were trying to build some type of friendship. So I think the only true friends were Lisa and Meredith. I think those were like the only two friends. Everybody else was just add-ons.
And then the family or kinship kind of cracked between Heather and Whitney, because I was confused as to why they didn't ride as hard for each other during the season. Come to find out, they didn't find out they were cousins until they were already friends. So I don't know, long distance cousins.
Well, all right. Okay, that's it for the South Hoes. Before we move on from the South Hoes, I just want to let everybody know. First of all, thank you for the Thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry. And before we move on to growing up hip hop and all them other whatever, them boring motherfuckers. Before we move on to them, if anybody's connection is messing up, please let us know in the chat, because I'm to moderate and make sure everybody is on point with their connection. So please let us know, whomever you're having with, please let us know so we can rectify it while we're up here. Because I don't want no shit. So just let us know. Okay. Okay. We're going to growing up hip hop, or should I say Bow Wow and growing up Ayana. Okay, let's just okay, because at this point, that's what the show is about. And I just want to know, does anybody really care about Bow Wow in this album that he's coming out with? Like this damn Shade Room-esque album that he's trying to put out.
I couldn't find an Ukfe if Amazon delivered it direct. I was just like, your Black Book? I mean, really, you're going to sing about Black China's vagine? Everybody's had it, and everybody has a chance to get it. I could sleep with Black China if I wanted to. It's not that difficult. It's like going to the grocery store at this point. So I don't know what he plans to accomplish. But I mean, what are you going to do? Talk about how Sierra, left you for a real man? Or are you going to talk about how you have to get into drag to, play your biggest hit? What are you going to talk about for real on this album? Because you don't have any musical skills. Are you going to remix Little Bow Wow? You just don't know? Because that's the only thing people could possibly be interested in.
Well, Alex, I think we both know Sierra wanted to be with someone who didn't have to get on his tippy toes to take a picture with her. So, I mean, anybody after Bow Wow is just an upgrade aesthetic-wise and height-wise. So there's that.
And let's talk about Iyanna's model unit.
Listen,
because I'm
like
sorry, you looked
before
in that apartment, you didn't see a coffee cup, you didn't see a dish, you didn't see a coffee pot, you didn't see a toaster. I'm like, do you even live in this building? Because this looks miraculously and mysteriously like the same apartment that Kandi Burruss supposedly rented Akbar. Same couch, same view. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Go ahead, Josiah.
No, I was just about to say Bow Wow is better off as a actor. Like I told y'all before, I don't see Bow Wow doing an actual music career. I mean, he just needs to go ahead and leave that in the early thousands. The last good hit that he had was the Most Wanted album that came out in 2005. So, dude, stop going to music. You're not it anymore. It's not for you. I don't know how many people telling you that. Nobody's checking for you, and nobody want a Kiss and Tell album. Okay, little boy, grow up and get back into acting. Even shit, host something. You was good doing your little 106 and Park thing, when you hosted that for that few little years. Go back to acting. You're a great actor. I like his movies that he's in.
I'm just trying to understand why he thinks anybody cares about who he was fucking. Like, first of all, Bow Wow is not appealing to me at all. Like, I could care less about who he fucking, what he working with. I could care less because he ain't it for me. I'm not saying he's an ugly young man. He ain't it. So I don't care. And I don't see what these other brides wanted with his ass anyway, because he's a cornball to me. Like, he's so corny. Straight up.
He looks so
like,
malnourished. He looks malnourished, and it's not the look.
It's just, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. Sakina, you got anything? Do you watch Growing Up Hip Hop?
She does not. No.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. For the rest of you guys, do y'all think that Da Brat and Bow Wow is doing too much when it comes down to this project that Deb wants to do with these other kids? Do you think that they think that they're more than everybody, or do y'all think they have every right to feel the way that they feel about working with these people that they never heard of? Because I go back and forth with it. So y'all get with that.
Well, my thing, I will say you're all on the same show. So you're already working with them. You're already shooting scenes with them. So you're already on the same level, getting the same paycheck from the same network. You couldn't make the cut at VH1, but WeTV was second best. So if you already shooting a scene together, go on and get on the track, because the truth is, like you just said, nobody's checking for Bow Wow's music, and ain't nobody really here for Da Brat either. I haven't heard you spit one bar since you've been back. Not one bar from behind bars. Other people have done it. So if you wanted to do music so bad, you'd be doing music. You'd be putting out tracks here and there. We didn't even get a Sheetha remix out of you.
The only thing I'll say is part of me feels that they're doing this because they don't want to just acknowledge the elephant in the room, literally and figuratively speaking. And that's the fact that Deb Atney, refrigerator stovepipe Atney, that she's horrible when it comes to the business. And the fact that there is no paperwork, there's no documentation. We ain't heard nothing about no lawyers, no managers, no nothing. And she's been lying this whole season in her confessionals, trying to clean up the fact that she just said all of y'all are in it. But in her confessionals, it's, oh, I didn't want Brad and Kibbles and Bits on, to know about it until we had a product. Like, miss me with the bullshit. And Kibbles and Bits low key alluded to the fact that the business ain't being handled. So I think that's primarily the reason. But because they don't want to, in essence, break the fourth wall / come at her neck because, she is a pillar of the hip hop community, I think they're just going with we don't want to work with these people too.
Is she a pillar or is she a post? Because the truth is, the only way you get on is by leaving Deb Atney. So is she a pillar or is she a post?
So what's the next topic?
Yeah, I don't watch Growing Up Hip Hop either.
Okay, so I'm gonna hurry up and get past this because it's really not that much to talk about. We're gonna go into the whole before we leave Growing Up Hip Hop. We're gonna go into Iyanla and Remarkable now. So what do you guys think? Those of us that watch, what do you guys think about the Iyanla and Remarkable thing? Now, before y'all speak on, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about it. I think that My Little Pony, aka Iyanla, is fucking annoying, and I don't think that this issue is really that deep. I get it. There are times where you just don't like a person, but y'all really don't know each other. Y'all really ain't got no deep beef. So I really feel like y'all could really squash that shit because it really ain't that serious. As far as Remarkable, if a person tells you that they're not ready to speak to you about something, you should probably let it go instead of trying to bully a person into talking to you. You know what I mean? But I do think that she had genuine intent to let it go. I do think that Iyanla just wanted a problem and she wants camera time because she's not that interesting. You guys go ahead.
I agree
Okay,
with Scotty.
so
Iyanla
Iyanla
wants
has not
camera
had a
time.
storyline since what? Yeah, seasons ago. She just haven't had a storyline since season ago. So like, I don't know. She needs to be off the show. I feel like that when it comes to her, it's dragging. She's dragging something to be relevant for the season. Because she's one of the few people that don't be really having nothing going on, So pass on that.
I just want for her to just keep it all the way 100. Like, just tell her, like, look, regardless of what happened on social media, this happened. I feel a way. I don't want to fuck with you. And no other conversation needs to be had. Like, just be upfront about the fact that I just don't like you. And that's it. Leave it alone. But at the same time, yeah, if somebody says they don't want to talk about it, let it go, let it be. But at the same time, just as, Iyanla was trying to leave, she could have just removed herself from that situation and we wouldn't have had the scene, but obviously we need the scene. So there's that.
Alex, any last words on Growing Up Hip Hop? Because Niecy and Sakina look over this conversation about this show. So you got
I agree with you that Iyanla is dragging this out for camera time. And it seems disingenuous, but Iyanla doesn't have anything going on. And she's really boring. Like, okay, you've got your stud and you've got your model apartment. Great. What do you do for work? Like, wasn't she supposed to have a fashion line? She was so unfashionable, but wanted a fashion line. I never saw you in anything that did anything for your shape, for your face, or for your body. You can barely pick a wig, and you out here supposedly in fashion. That's why your father wasn't gonna waste no money on that crap.
I think she just comes from money because I went to high school with her, and I'm thinking she just probably living off her daddy's money. So that's probably how she
Mm-hmm.
able to afford the things that she could afford with her daddy. But I don't watch
Great
the show, so I
point.
don't
That's
know.
a good. Okay, now before we move to the next one, does because we ain't talked about this at all on the panel, and I just want to know if anybody else watches it. Have you guys, any of you, watched this Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion at all?
I have. I have.
So
I have.
y'all said a little bit. Josiah said hell no. Niecy said fuck no. I don't know about Sakina because I don't know if she didn't say anything. And plus, you kind of frozen too, Sakina. So I can't tell what you said or not, what your expression was because you kind of frozen.
No,
Do we care?
absolutely not.
Okay, okay. So, okay. So, do we care to discuss this? Or we want to be a collective?
I mean, I want to
Let's
hear
go to
y'all.
Bell Collective.
Yeah, okay.
Now I that.
I mean,
Yes,
wanna
listen,
let's
baby.
see.
Josiah got
Okay.
his notes ready. I'm ready.
I think we should.
Okay.
I think we should
So,
leave with Josiah only because since he wasn't able to join us last week and he couldn't use those notes, I think we should just let him go ahead and start this off.
You came ready with
start
your
it off,
receipts.
bro. Start off, little brother. Start it off.
Come on, Monique.
Start
Scotty,
it
what's the
off.
okay? What scene you want to start off with, Scotty?
We can start it off from the beginning. When
What scene you want
Letitia
to
and
start
her
off with?
hair met up with Latrice to talk about the brunch and go from there.
First of all, oh my god, like it's so many bad wigs on this show, and I understand, everybody has a bad first season, but I don't know who wears the worst wigs between Latrice and what's Tamara. I think Tamara leads with the worst wigs, but I just really just need these wigs to be fixed, and I don't know what that Jerry curl 1980s Kojic hairstyle that she had going on, that was not a cute look. It gave me Michael Jackson Thriller vibes with the little curl, Jerry curl and pull back. I was not feeling that at all. I didn't even take notes for that scene because like the hair was such a distraction.
Don't compromise though.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say about that. Because we've heard the word Ferry Street for the last few episodes. I really hope they start on Ferry Street because I'm tired of hearing that. Let's say that. Okay, let's make that
You
clear.
said
I'm
tired
tired
of
of
hearing
hearing
what?
that.
Are they
I
saying it
just,
wrong?
no, I'm saying it right. I'm just tired of them talking about Ferry Street every damn episode. I really hope they really popping because they talking about a lot. So I hope y'all start on it. Like, sure.
I don't think anything is going to come of it, only because of the simple fact that one, there was already in place. Because I feel like it's going to get blocked, and I think the person that's really going to mess up the tourney is going to be Kalon.
And honestly, I mean, that dude that was there, like the mayor, not the mayor, but like one of the investors, that brunch done set it off. She should have never invited Marie and to start all that drama. I mean, it's not all her fault, but I think that brunch was really not a good look, especially when you are having a brunch in front of the investors. That's a business no. What is wrong with you?
Are you talking about the last brunch?
Yes.
Okay.
With Fair Street. So I don't think that Fair Street is going to happen, unfortunately. I'm lagging a little bit, y'all. Oh, my bad.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, let's all have a moment of real. This is a Carlos King production. And Carlos King is known for half-baked ideas and not getting proper insurance on his sets. And that's how Elise Neal ended up suing him for hundreds of thousands of dollars because a light fell on her and she had to get an MRI and they had to pay out of pocket. Look it up, it's on TMZ. But Carly's like, okay, let's look at the inconsistency. First, she was leasing. Well, first she wanted to buy. Then they said the building's for lease, but you got to do $1 million, $1.5 million build out. Then she said she was buying a building on Ferris Street. So how did you go from buy to lease to buy? But this is Carlos King. This is like just like Mona Scott Young. Nothing's going to come of the music from Love and Hip Hop. Nothing's going to come from the comeback group from Love and Marriage Huntsville. They don't even really talk about that no more. And nothing's going to come from Ferris Street. That's just, an excuse to say this is Black positivity when it's just mess. And it's fine for it to be just mess. You don't have to pretend to care.
Yeah.
Or you don't have to pretend to be able to do things that you know good and darn well you ain't gonna do. Because Marie can say she's a multi-millionaire all she wants. No, she keeps saying she has a multi-million dollar business. She probably threw in $100 on that Ferris Street project and called it a day.
That's real. But Latrice also needs some. Latrice is the one she's the one trying to coordinate this, right? Latrice, am I saying her name?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Letitia.
Oh, that's right.
Letitia.
Sorry. Okay. Latrice is the hair heifer.
Yeah.
And also, is it me or does it seem like it's becoming the Latrice show? It's all about her and her husband. I guess they're the only ones with a decent enough house to film in. Everybody else, the Airbnb laws make them kick the filming crew out at 8 p.m. sharp.
Oh, gosh. That's true. That is true. I think Latrice might be the most likable, though.
But you know what? Now, I hate to say this, but her and Marie, yes, and her and Marie does have the most storyline.
They can keep Marie's storyline though. Keep the storyline. If she wants to come and talk about her and Essie, I'm here for it. But talking about your son and his 3 kids that you probably started taking care of 2 months ago, so you could get some clout on this TV show, acting like Nene Leakes saying you rich, keep that. I don't need that. I feel like she's just stunting for the TV all.
Well,
Now check that.
Oh my gosh, I got that.
Well, Missy Elliott is not going to talk about her son.
Yes, come on, Reed.
We're never. Missy ain't going to talk about her son.
That's all I want to hear. I want to hear about her or her husband. That's it. I don't want to hear about her son.
And that husband always in salmon, honey.
I really want to know the tea on her husband.
Pank. Always in just something pank.
I feel
like.
Go ahead, Joseph.
Like I was watching that scene with her and Go ahead, Niecy. My bad.
I didn't say anything.
Now, see, Josiah is lagging a little bit.
Oh, okay. Here. No, so, like the scene when it comes between like, yeah.
So
I know what is that. Sure, hold on, I'm gonna exit and come back in.
Okay.
So I was saying, I feel like every scene with Marie, this is why I think that Marie may be an actual problem, and it's not only her son. Every scene where she tries to make it about her son, it's not necessarily about her son. It's about what she does for her son. I don't like seeing that type of narcissism on TV. I don't like that.
And also, I'm going to tell you something, Marie, guess what, baby? It was your choice to have him and your choice to keep him. It was your choice. You are the mother. You decided you wanted to do this. Nobody put a gun to your head and said, you better have that baby.
Right.
You chose your life. You cannot force your choices on your child. Yes, you did right by him as a mother. Congratulations. I'm happy and I know it. I've clapped my hands. But that's all you're going to get is a hand clap, girl.
Exactly.
It's like Martell. Like, I spend time with my kids. Oh my goodness, you got a job and raised your kid in a stable environment. Fabulous. Great. You did I hate to say the bare minimum, but the bare minimum. I'm going to need you to also address your son's mental health issues because clearly the man has a hypersexual problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not making fun of it. When somebody goes and has 3 different kids with 3 women in like a 3-month span, yeah, there's some issues there. And it needs to be addressed. You work in mental health, please address his mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like how she was trying to have that little, I don't care about her businesses, but to tell him, well, if you want to take one, you need a degree. So you mean to tell me y'all are just having this conversation and he's already been at least say just 1 semester, but now you want to have the conversation that he needs to have a degree to take over one of your businesses? I don't believe it. And her whole storyline is really starting to become tiresome and just a waste of space and time.
Yeah, that was disgusting. That scene reminded me of, what's the dad from Empire, the Lions? She sat back and was like, if you want one of my empires, you got to do this. And I'm just like, chill out. And we still don't necessarily know
what empire.
She ain't got nobody's empire because the heifer is, sadly, she has lupus and you haven't hired help. Now, I'm sorry. If you dealing with real issues, you're going to be hiring help. If you wanted to help take care of your son's kids and you like, okay, this is a situation where I need to be, the mama bird. I respect it, but go on and hire some help and quit whining since you have all this money, because the two don't go together. Either you have all this money, you've got all these empires, so there should be laundry being done, dinner being set out, snacks by this, the nanny running to get people from the school, what have you and whatnot, because you're the boss. You can lay up in bed and run your businesses and empires, or you're regular, schmegular, you invested a little bit into a car wash and you got your day job like everybody the hell else. Stop fronting. Stop fronting.
Cause she said she got 10 businesses, but like I said, the word on the street is she really ain't got what she portraying that she got, and that is the tea around here. The dude that put her on blast, that's here in this area, who be put everybody on blast, put her ass on blast, and said that she's not what she's portraying. And what's really funny about it is that his blog or his Facebook deleted after he then exposed her and Letitia. So it got to be some truth to some of this shit that they've been saying that's been said about him. Well, about her. Because some woman came out and said that, that Missy and, Essie were scissoring. And we all believe so, I mean.
Oh, and that ties in with Housewives of Atlanta, because I just, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. To the lesbian.
Yes. It's the last child. So does anybody care to talk about Tamra and her fibroid situation? Does anybody care to talk about it?
I feel like can y'all hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I had to relocate him. But anyway, I feel like with Tamra, she don't get, like, her voice is annoying as fuck. I think we've all established that in the beginning. The voice is unbearable. It's like, girl, why are you yelling? You're not at the studio. Girl, simmer down. But her fibroid situation is a serious thing. But we've seen this on TV before. We've seen this with Cynthia Bailey. We've seen this with other Candy. Like, we've seen the story. So it's just like, I'm not trying to, make it seem like it doesn't matter. But at the same time, it's just the same old song. We've seen this before. And I feel like outside of that, baby, there's nothing else that we need out of this. Like, okay, you're going on your baby journey, but that's it. That's where it starts and where it's finished. Like, we've seen it before. That's all I'm saying.
Well, to piggyback off what you said about her voice, imagine having to hear that shit on the radio when you're trying to listen to Ricky Smiley. Imagine hearing that shit on the radio when you're trying to listen to Ricky Smiley. Nobody wants to hear her when you're trying to listen to Ricky Smiley.
Yeah, the whole time she was talking,
that's why I don't even.
I was trying to imagine.
And she uses her whole mouth to talk. She used that whole mouth to talk. She be like, girl.
Yeah. Right here.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Listen,
Like that voice is.
it's the laughs for me. It's the laughs. I think her laugh is so annoying. Like I can just only imagine listening to her in the morning with every 5 minutes. Damn, I don't know who's worse, her or Ashanti's laugh.
Ashanti?
Like Ashanti, yes, because you know Ashanti be having that laugh.
I haven't heard Ashanti laugh.
I like Ashanti's laugh. Like,
Well, with the laugh
It is
that
way
she
more,
has, I
likable
mean, she
than
can play a
Tia's.
great witch in the Halloween movies. So, I mean, and then she has the face for it too. So, I mean, that could be her
Not
next
the face.
mission. Yes, the face and the laugh to
shade.
be a witch.
No
Her
shade.
face
She looks
is
older
her
than
face
40.
is a little witchy poo. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a
Older than 40.
hard 40. That's a road hard put up wet 40.
Oh my god.
She said she's
Truth
42,
be told,
right?
she looked the oldest. No, she said she's 40. She's 40. She looks older than all the ladies on the cast. To me.
But you know what? When you wear casket cremation foundation, you are going to look older because you look dead. I mean, you are on here giving death becomes her. You're on here giving ashen. So I do see why she looks older because she looks so dry. And then she's got that clownish lipstick. It's not a good look.
That pale ashy shit, she need to let that go. Like, I don't know who told her. I understand. Just because you light skinned, that does not give you the okay to just pull off any color, because you can't pull off just any color.
Scotty, they don't have any.
That,
they don't have any good makeup artists out there in Jackson that can get that baby together.
Shit, Latrice makeup be nice.
Yeah,
I know.
Nice.
Yes, like I just need. I know. Baby, send them to her. Send them to Tamara, please, and Letitia. Send them both of them because they makeup do not be it.
You know, I'm actually glad that
Letitia got to get those wigs together.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, baby, them wigs, a mess. Okay,
girl, it's giving me. Listen, it's giving me straight off the mannequin at the beauty supply. Realness.
I mean, she's giving me real country vibes. Y'all know the Smiley Town people. They have their own flex. You know,
but that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable because, like I said, how can me in my
let me put this out here before Sakina even finish. Tamara Cherie is not a representation of all of us in the Jackson metropolitan area. She is not. We all do not look, dress, wear makeup, or anything like her or Letitia. I know several bad bitches and they do not look like her. Okay, I just want to put that out there. She's not a representation of none of us in the Jackson metro area. Go ahead, Sakina. Just have to put it out there.
But I was just saying that it's unacceptable because there ain't no way. Like, I know we all say, oh, it's their first season. No, fuck all of that. Because Latrice, she comes for the most part. You know, sometimes her outfit's a little bit questionable. But out of all the girls, she's the one who serves looks as far as hair, makeup, outfit, all of that. So I feel like you can't just blame it on your first season. Baby, it's 2021, okay? If you don't know how to have a basic slate sew-in, then I don't know what to tell you, because my basic ass, if me and my friends could get our hair laid and slayed, and we ain't got the coins that the girls supposedly have, make it make sense. It's not adding up, and I can't stand that on every show. Yeah, supposedly, because even when y'all talking about Maria, her multi-million-dollar business and all this, I always look at your house as an example as well. Baby, her house is basic as hell. There's no upgrades from what I'm seeing. Like, it's just that type of thing. Those type of things. You don't have no curb appeal. Latrice, her house speaks for itself. But everybody else, like, baby, we don't even know where Tamara live at. I don't think she ever shot at her house, so we don't know how she lived. But
we have Tamara's house.
But I mean, Antoinette, her house was really nice too. I really love her house. But Latrice and Antoinette, they don't only want to look like they got a little money. Everybody else, like, baby, no. Appearances, y'all need to step it up. Houses, step that up too. I mean, live within your means, but I'm just saying, if you got multi-million-dollar businesses,
right? And granted, you know,
But
it
that's
is
the
their
point.
first season, but still, yeah.
But that's the point though. Marie ain't got no $1 million business. That's what I'm saying. She ain't got no $1 million business. That's already been put out on the forefront. She ain't got one. You see how she's living? She ain't got one. Allegedly. Ain't got one.
Okay, all of it lead.
That's allegedly the couple.
Can somebody go in on Antoinette and tolerating
That was the next
Antoinette got issues
topic.
within
Matter
herself.
of fact,
Well,
that was the next
I'm
topic.
not gonna handle Antoinette. I'll let y'all do that. The other thing that I do want to bring up is, you know, I can't see how Antoinette doesn't see what it was that Kaylon, fuck everything else, what she did in that one scene at her house, talking about the women, primarily, well, the African American women taking off their earrings and whatnot. Like, you know what you're doing. You're saying certain trigger and buzzwords, and without you trying to call them ghetto, you're alluding to this whole type of, you know, I guess mannerisms that, you know, stereotypical ghetto African American women do. And I just sat back like, so ain't nobody finna check her on that, right? Like that right there should have been a hold up. What you mean by that? Like, let her expect, like, get her ass together. That upset me because I'm just sitting here watching, like, y'all really just let her say that and did nobody handle her? Okay.
Nobody.
Right. I need somebody to really hold.
that thing.
I really need someone to hold Kaylon responsible and accountable. You know, listen, this is a totally different situation that she was referring to than being, you know, a black person in America. And I just did not like that. And I need Antoinette to, she knows better. I feel like Antoinette knows better to hold her friend accountable for the things that she has said, because it's not tolerable at all.
I think what it is I think she's putting up with Kaylon because of her stature, supposedly because of who her great grandfather was. Mm-hmm. I think she's holding on to her because there's probably something to leverage from having this relationship with this woman, because I can't see any other reason to hang around her, especially with her being so problematic. Like, I just don't, I truly don't understand it.
I think it strokes Antoinette's ego. Antoinette is so basic minded that she would enjoy being the token amongst her friend group. I think that makes her feel like she's, oh, you're not like them or not like the others. And she's used to them having that tone of voice around her. And to try to make it make sense, she convinces herself that it's not prejudice, like, when clearly it is, just because she likes being a favorite. I don't like that. That's why I can't really get with her.
Mm-hmm. So are you saying that she's a pick me?
Absolutely.
Type of girl?
Exactly. You wrapped it up. She's an entire pick me. That's what she is. And I think that's why she likes hanging around her white friends. That's why she coddled her white friend. Also, it's like, logic can see what Kaylon is doing is at the least bit naive, if you just want to call it naive. But you being a black person, you can't check her. Like, if you decide to have friends of different races, that you carry that responsibility to educate them. And if you don't want to do it, I'm just going to assume that you like being a pick-me. You like being the one that's different from all the others, where they can keep their stereotypical beliefs. So I don't really like Antoinette.
Yeah, Antoinette confuses the hell out of me, because one minute you want to support the cause, you want to be there for your community, but then you let your white friend bash your people and you say nothing about it. Like I don't understand why nobody checked Kaylon's ass down at Antoinette's house when she said that earring and that shoe thing, because bitch, Marie never said anything like that. And when I tell y'all I was upset, I feel like all of us was, you know, just as black people in general. But it's just like, yeah, how can you say you're for the people, you want to do this for black people and all of this stuff, but yet you feel like it's okay for your friend to say what the fuck she want to say, and you don't really check her, you don't give her the energy that's needed.
And her dumbass invited her to another event, another black event, and that's the key example of not all black people are like this. Like, I don't hang around those type of blacks. So let me bring you to this event that you're not even qualified for.
Exactly. She's not even a doctor.
She's not even a
doctor. You're not even qualified for. But for some reason, you feel the need to prove to this woman who's not even on your level, whenever it comes to degrees, you feel the need to prove to her that not all black people are like that. For what? Who is she?
For what? Okay,
But
she
you know,
ain't no fucking body.
but I did get slightly upset when she had to overemphasize what her biological makeup is. Like she really had to go down and let everyone there know, you know, that she's part American Native, despite the fact you wear wigs. I mean, be proud. I'm just like to be all the way honest, like I'm a mix up of a whole lot of stuff. Irish, you know, a little bit of Asian and some other stuff. But I'm not like, what the fuck I look like? You know, be like, yeah, because you know, I got this in me. Like, hell no. And do y'all not see this naturalness right here? Like, come on, man. Like, but that upset me because it's like you're trying to distance yourself from us, but you're trying to play on us because you're trying to come up. Like, I'm starting to not like her, and I really, really want to like her. I really do.
Right.
I don't.
She beautiful
I
smile.
don't know why.
Not no more. I don't.
I don't know why, because I seen that she was not likable on episode 1. And she was like, how do you think the girls are gonna feel when we pull up in the Porsche, wherever the hell they at? I was like, bitch, if all y'all got money, why would they be impressed by your little ass Porsche? Like,
And that Porsche was so old, that was 2 body styles ago. I was like, what in the 98 hell do you have going on? I will say Antoinette is very white identified. And I feel like this is her experimenting with her blackness. And so we're watching it as cringy as it is. She didn't have that white husband. That didn't work out. I think there was probably some racism in that family. We ain't gonna find that out till about seasons 2 or 3. You know how they love to stretch it out like caramello. And so she's got her own issues going on. But I would say she gives me like a KDT, like it's nothing wrong with being in an interracial relationship, but you're making that your identity. And it's like, girl, you need to, like, whoever likes you, whoever it works out with, it works out with. Why are you making that such a big point? This husband, you can't even put him on camera. Nobody cares if he was married to a white man before. Who you with now? If you start fucking your contractor, I ain't mad at you. He ain't hideous, and you could get $100,000 off your build out. You look like you could save the coin. But hell, get something out of it, other than a sob story.
And she specifically
I'm glad that you
places
said that, Alex.
Oh, go ahead, Sakina.
Go ahead.
I
was just gonna say, I feel like.
Go ahead, go, Sakina.
I was just gonna say, I feel like she does want to be accepted by the white community, and just going back to like her white husband. Remember on the first episode, she was like, why don't you want to date outside your race? I mean, if he's hot, he's hot. And it was just like, girl, because not all black people want to be with a white man. That's not, a lot of us grow up wanting to be with what we saw. So yeah, if I don't want to be with a white man, bitch, don't try to shame me for that. So I just feel like she wants to be accepted by them. She's already uppity as it is. And this, she got this white bitch that she keep bringing around everywhere. She got this white husband. So I just feel like she want to be accepted by them. Very uppity as hell. But go ahead, Niecy.
Well, let me say this before, because I know y'all real finna say something. So let me say this before he goes in. I just want to say that Kaylon has this look about her that I don't like. And I'm going to tell you what it is. Kaylon looks like she has a hood, but she just don't wear it. You get what I'm trying to say? Kaylon looks like she has a hood, but she just don't wear it. If you don't get what I'm saying, let me say it one more time. Kaylon has a hood, but she just don't wear it. Her name doesn't start with a K for no reason. So you should understand what I'm saying since I said that.
January 6th.
All that I'm gonna say when it comes to who does and doesn't decide to be with, like, nobody cares. But the thing is, if she's picking her men like she picked her friend Kaylon, that's going to be very, very problematic because she's claimed that she's had certain ethnic talks with her that I just don't believe. And then also, it's like, if you're going to date outside of your ethnicity, and there's nothing wrong with it, but one of those conversations is going to have to be, what does that person view on African Americans, the plight of the African American, not only here, but the African or the African whatever in the other places around the world, and the mistreatment and what happens to them. And that right there is going to tell you a whole lot. So that leads me to believe that these conversations she's not having with her European American counterparts, whether they be friends, business-wise, or partners. So again, whoever she decides to get with is no issue. But did y'all see her face when Latrice was, doing the sage over her bed and was saying that she need to get, black, what in her life, and the look on her face was just like, okay, you doing too much now. You doing too much. But Nisi, it looked like you was going to say something before I said something. So go ahead, sweetheart.
I was just going to point out how Antoinette strategically places herself with Latrice only, because I feel like she believes that Latrice is an acceptable black. Like, can you imagine all the other women around, the friends that she had at her house? Never. So I just wanted to call that out.
No. Now, what I will say is, because when you get Latrice, you get Marie. That's a BOGO. I wouldn't want to be around Marie.
Wait, which one? I'm talking about the one with the hair business.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Letitia. I think that I think that Antoinette isn't around Letitia because at some point Marie gonna pop up, and Marie always says something slick. Marie got that Marlo syndrome where she always has to say something slick. Like when she walked up to her and said, "Hey," at the brunch. "Oh, you gonna say hi to me because you don't have your entourage?" I can't stand people like that, and then want to say, "Oh, what did I say? What did I do?"
But Marina, when she said, she ain't backtrack. She kept it real with Antoinette because that's real. Antoinette has a way of being friendly in your face. I'm the only one who's hearing that?
No, I'm hearing it too.
Okay, there we go. Now, I feel like Marie say what she gonna say, but Antoinette, she fake as fuck because she'll smile in your face, and then behind your back, she'll say how she really feel. So it's like, yeah, if I was Marie, yeah, bitch, don't touch me because Latrice ain't around now. You want to try to smile in my face, but you wouldn't invite me to your little party or whatever other events that you may have going on. So yeah, I won't fool with Antoinette either because the bitch fake as fuck.
I just can't wait for Friday.
Y'all really read the hell out of Antoinette.
Well, I think we're gonna do more of that come Friday because I think I don't know the context of how they got to when her and Tamara got to that little conversation, but I feel like she gonna be wearing braids by the time we get done with her come Friday.
Yeah, or locks.
Yeah, because the people haven't been seeing it. The people haven't been seeing it for Antoinette since the whole incident with KK Lon and the other women that was at the brunch. They haven't. The audience hasn't really been seeing it for Antoinette at all since then. And I kind of feel I kind of bad because I really did. I did do, I don't know, somewhat like Antoinette for some reason. I do. But I can understand why people may have an issue with her and her whitewashed ways in a sense. But
it's problematic.
Honestly, the only thing that I like about Antoinette is her hustle. I think that it's really inspiring because there's not that many black dentists out there. So I think that it is inspiring that, just to see her work and also just have a support group of other black doctors. But other than that, as a person, I'm not a big fan of Antoinette.
I totally agree, Josiah. Like I like what she's doing for the community, but baby, she's too fake to me. I can't. She fake as fuck. I don't like her, and I don't like her white ass friend.
So Sakina, did you like Antoinette from the beginning, or did you like her at first, but you started to see how she moved and you grew not to care for her? I really want to know your thoughts on your feeling towards Antoinette because you going in on her ass, and I want to know what you've been thinking from the jump. So let me know the tea about this. So
On my first
Let it
review,
out, good. Let it out.
I said I didn't like her because of the Porsche comment and the fact that her and Latrice was going back and forth. Like for real, I didn't like her or Latrice, but Latrice, she has really grown on me over the episode. So I can really say I rock with her. But Antoinette, she just like it's just something about her. You know, I'm big on energies. You know, I'm a Pisces season, by the way. But nonetheless, I be feeling people's energies through the TV too. So it's something about her that just did not sit right with my spirit when she first came onto the scene. And it has stuck with me. And as the season is, going on, I'm just like, oh yeah. See, I knew I didn't like her. Look at her white friend, and she talking all reckless, and then Antoinette being fake, want to smiling Tisha face, but Tisha ain't did nothing but be nice to her. But you got all this shit to say behind her back just to keep with Latrice on top of that. And that's another problem because Antoinette give me a follower team. She say what she says behind the scenes to appeal to Latrice. She want to be that mean girl and, throw shade and all of that. But then the moment that she get in somebody's face, she want to be all cool and, be like, oh, hi, how you doing, girl? Don't fuck with you. Don't fuck me. Like, simple as that. So that's why I don't like her because I just feel like she fake and then she attached to that white girl.
Well, Scotty, Terrence in the chat said that he likes the legendary and incomparable Dr. Antoinette. Those are his words. That's what he typed. I just want to let you know.
I seen him. He said that he
I see.
Kaylon too.
As a matter of fact, Miss Giving You the Real Teresa has made it backstage, and I've been seeing Teresa's comments the entire time, and I've just been
trolling.
I've been ignoring Teresa the whole time. There go Teresa right there. I've been seeing Teresa in her comments talking about leave Kaylon alone. You want a reaction, child. You ain't getting it from me today, honey.
Fuck you, ho. Okay? What y'all not gonna do is go in and let half on my homegirl Kaylon simply because she ignorant. Okay, y'all want to go in and let half on the fucking white girl, and I ain't down with it. I'm not finna do it. I'm not gonna get up into it with y'all because I said what I said, and y'all heard what I said because I said what I said, and what I said is what I said.
You better say
that. I mean, first of all, her name is the legendary and incomparable Dr. Antoinette. Okay,
I cannot. Bye.
Her name.
Adio Felicia.
That's number one. All right.
Get it together.
Now, one thing that I will say about Kaylon that I did have to get Kaylon together about, and I'm gonna say it again, because Kaylon, I've been taking up for you. But when you was telling that story, and then you was talking about how she was taking, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I heard what you said, and then you was sitting up there telling that story, talking about something. She taking off earrings and shoes. Nah, bitch, that's not what happened. She went with you and you took it there with her. Like, now that is one thing that I hate that Krispy Kremes do. They want to set up and try to add on to the situation so that it can make sense why they went off the way that they did. Nah, that's not what happened. She went off on you, you went off on her, and y'all engaged each other. So don't try to sit up and make it seem as if you were sitting on your hands and Marie was just rah, rah, rah the whole time. That's not what happened, Kaylon. Now, I like you, but that ain't what the fuck happened, and you're not going to do that. But other than that, I see it for Kaylon, and I don't care what y'all got to say. And that's where that's at. Now, I ain't got nothing else to say. Let me roll my blunt.
You need to elaborate on that. I need to know why.
Yeah, I think you're trolling.
Yeah, you need to elaborate. You need to elaborate. First of all, we really don't care if you like her or not. Make that clear. You ain't got to keep saying you don't care what we got to say. We don't care that you like her, bitch. We want to know why.
I like her because I'm not going to hold it over her head that her granddaddy Jefferson Davis. That's not her fault. All right? She couldn't pick what family to be in. And so I'm not going to place that on her. Now, I do feel like she's very ignorant when it comes to, the Black people experience, this, that, and this. And I do feel like if she wants to be cool with us and down with us the way she said she is, I'm not understanding why she took it to heart what they said, because nobody said her name. Now, I agree, a head dog a holler, but I'm not about to put off her family legacy on her. I don't believe that she's racist.
Well,
I
first
don't.
of all,
She just
you're breaking up,
I can deal
hon.
with
You're
the
breaking
ignorance
up.
because,
Not
I mean,
breaking up.
listen, I
breaking
can deal
up.
with the idiocy. I could deal with the
You're
idiocy because
breaking
I deal with niggas,
up.
and niggas is very ignorant. So you know, if I could put up with it from a nigga,
Breaking
I could put up with it
up.
from a Krispy Kreme. Now I
You're
said what I
breaking up,
said.
Terrence. But we didn't hear what you said because you were breaking up. That's what I've been trying to tell you, bitch.
Oh, what I said was, I do agree that she's very ignorant. I agree with that. And I do feel like some of it, or a big part of it, could be guilt because, you know, she is friends with a lot of Black people and because of who her granddaddy is, you know, and I think that's where a lot of that stemmed from. But I don't think she's racist. And I still see it for Kaylon. One, because she's a nurse practitioner and bitch, I'm a nurse. We stick together around here. Fuck y'all.
I don't think that she's intentionally racist. That's why
Right.
I feel like I need to go so hard on Antoinette because it's your responsibility. And I think Antoinette's ignorance is just allowing Kaylon to be even more ignorant. So
Right.
that's why she's not likable for
Right.
me. And that's why Antoinette can get all the smoke and not Kaylon.
Because even though I see it for the legendary and the comparable Dr. Antoinette, I am confused on her too. Because it's like you don't mind taking the white dick, but you don't want to have 8 babies. I'm confused. I mean, what's the point of fucking them if you're not gonna have 8 babies? That's a waste.
Well, first of all, I want to go back to one of your points that you put out there. I just want to correct something that you
Girl,
said.
here she goes. Here she goes.
The issue with Kaylon is not who her great grandfather is. We really
Then
don't
what
give
is?
it. Well, for me, I don't give a damn about that because that's not her fault that she had a racist ass great grandfather. However many greats it is, that's not the issue. The issue is she's very much so ignorant to the buzzwords in the shit that she says, and she makes herself look racist a lot of the time. Now, I'm not saying that she racist, even though I do make jokes saying that she looked like she got a
So why
that she
can't it
just
be
don't
that she's trying to make herself come out on top? Why does it have to automatically be she's racist because she's white? I don't believe that's what it is. I'm sorry.
That's not what we're saying.
I don't think
That's
none
not
of
what
us
we're
is saying
my
that.
dear.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Well,
what we're
I'm only
saying.
saying it because everybody is coming at it like KKK, Kalan, and all that shit. And I'm like, look, now,
Well, that's
I get
funny.
it.
We're
I
saying
get
it
it. I
because
get
it's
it.
funny, but
I
at
was
the
gonna say,
same
I
time,
Right.
But when y'all
yeah, it's
spoke about
funny.
buzzwords, that's why I got her together about that Marie thing. Now, even though I don't see it for Marie, I said that about buzzwords because she did. The whole volatile and taking off shoes and earrings, that's not what happened. And you're not finna do
But
that.
see, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking
Yup.
about. It's the shit that she says that makes her look suspect. That's why, even though they're trying to explain it to her, she still don't get it in her rabbit ass mind what they're saying. So it makes her look bad when she doesn't understand the ignorance that she's portraying. Like
Well,
this
you
whole
know,
taking off
she
the
get
earrings
it
and taking off the
honest.
shoes.
That's
Well,
just
you
white
well, she
No.
get it
privilege.
honest.
But
That's
White
what
okay,
white
but
people is.
You can't tell her
but we
nothing.
can't
That's
make
why
it
she will
okay.
stay
But we
ignorant.
can't.
Yup.
But we can excuse the fact that she get it honest. We can't excuse that though. We can't make excuses for it. We're gonna
No,
get
don't
on her
make
ass
excuses
until she
for it.
understands.
I'm not mad at y'all for being on her ass. It's just the whole KKK Kalan and the Karen Kalan and all that shit. Like, come on now. Like,
You caping for her too
It's
much.
funny.
Okay.
Take that over, Scott.
Wait.
what?
Why don't
Listen,
we
if you
just
feel- huh?
why don't we just call her colonic because she's full of shit? How about
Period.
that?
I'll settle for that, Alex, while you bullshit.
Okay, but Terrence, what I'm gonna need for you to do is
I'm still
be
calling her
direct with
Rachel.
what you're saying because only one person sitting on this panel called her KK Kalan. So rather than paint with a broad brush and get the rest of us mixed up in your bullshit, address the person that you really want to address, please and thank you.
First of all, Miss Yocrates, okay? I just got up here. I don't know who said KKK. I just saw KKK. I don't know who said it.
Right quick, please don't misgender me this good evening, because again, you're misgendering me when somebody else misgender you. So with all this deflecting that you are doing, give that smoke to the appropriate party. You do, and you just brought your ass on up in here.
Scotty called me Miss all the time. I don't care if you call me Miss or girl. I don't give a damn about that. Hell, I take dick any damn way. Why am I talking about that? But you know what? All jokes aside, I understand how everybody feels about Kalani. I do. I totally get everybody's feelings. I don't want y'all to think I don't. I'm just choosing to turn a blind eye because I just don't think the girl is racist. I just think she was thrown into a shit with a bunch of black women, and because of what's going on in the world right now, we talking about it. So it did make for a good storyline. I mean, she wouldn't be the first person to go out just for a storyline, and she won't be the last. So whatever.
But see, it's the thing for me. This the thing. Real quick. This the thing for me. Okay. Now, remember she was doing all that. Oh my gosh, black people, we don't talk about y'all like that. Why we don't do that to black people? But then you go and make a reference like, oh, when she was taking her earrings off and her shoes off. How would you know about stuff like that if white people don't talk about black people in that manner? Where did you pick that up from?
I mean, it don't necessarily have to be. Look, I don't know. All right, I'm just choosing to take up for her. Y'all could be right. Listen, y'all could be right. And she really could be just as racist as y'all say she is.
We didn't. I
said she was racist.
But we never said she was racist. We never said she was.
Well, y'all know what I mean.
Now she got some undertones.
We don't.
She got undertones, but I ain't gonna say she necessarily.
The fact of the matter is this: it doesn't. We don't care that you don't think that she's racist, because we don't think that she's racist either. We're just saying that she has racial undertones with the ignorance that she spits out of her head. And just because you don't think that that don't mean it's not smart to turn a blind eye to the shit that she says just because you don't think that she's racist. You still need to call it out regardless of what.
Well, listen, that ain't my friend. I ain't dealing with her. I don't deal with her.
We can't tell, Terrence. That is your own
girl. It doesn't matter. You're not understanding what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if we're not friends with her either, but we're watching the show and we're seeing the ignorance, so we're calling out the ignorance.
Yeah, I'm down for the ignorance. I get that. I understand. I even think she's ignorant.
I'm not done. I'm not done. Let me finish. I'm not done. If you choose to ignore it and turn a blind eye to it, then that's fine. But the rest of us, or some of us rather, cannot turn a blind eye to it. I don't hate Kaylon. I don't dislike her. I just dislike her ignorance. That's all I'm saying. And I think I can speak for everybody, at least for the most part, when I'm saying
I dislike her. I dislike her like hell. I dislike her like hell.
Wait a minute. You supposed to be my Pisces twin. You supposed to agree with me whether you go to or not.
The last thing I will say is that you can be racist without being directly racist. You can be subconsciously racist.
You can.
I feel like she can definitely fall into the racist category without hating black people. So that's all I'm gonna say.
It's just like people can be. It's also like, just like she said, you can be indirectly racist. It's just like with homophobia. Like, people can be indirectly homophobic too without saying that they're homophobic. Like, they don't have to treat you, but it could be certain things that they say that makes it questionable. Like, some people are not in your face with racism, or some people are not in your face with colorism, or they're not in your face with homophobia. But there are some people that choose the passive aggressive route to be there. That's all we're saying.
I respect y'all opinions. I respect everybody's opinions. Y'all know that. These just jokes and gags, y'all. I'm gagging them. All right. We not arguing because I know how y'all do in the comments. I'm just gagging them. Relax. Did y'all get Did y'all get on Cliff and his harass booty when he popped up at that damn place? Because girls,
that's what we're headed to.
Listen,
we're headed to Latrice Cliff now.
Somebody came into my comments Somebody came into my comments and said that she know Cliff personally, and he was very popular and well liked by everybody. So she said I ain't had to read him like that. And no, he didn't wear helmets in school. That's what she told me.
Okay. I know Latrice person. I know Pumpkin person. That's but I'm not gonna sit up here and try to tell nobody how they feel about her at the same time. Like, what's the point? What was the
And
point of her
that's
even
why we
telling me
love
that?
you.
What does that have to do with the show?
So then you
What,
agree
what
with
was that?
people. So you agree with people and what they say about her marriage.
You know
I don't have no
what?
control over what they say about her marriage. I don't personally know her husband anyway, so I can only go about what I see in regards to her marriage. So I don't have no biased opinion about it because I don't know her husband. So I don't know much about her marriage. So
I think this whole scene between her and her husband, number one, shout out to Latrice for being honest and transparent about, what she's going through about her abandonment issues, losing her father, losing her brothers, brother going away to jail. I applaud Latrice for that, for being honest, because that's a really tough subject. And yeah, that's a really good subject to talk about. Now, when it comes to her husband, this is just my opinion. I don't see this marriage lasting for a long time. I feel like that she clings to Cliff, like she's clingy towards him. Like she has these, I mean, of course, that's her husband. Of course, you should cling to your husband. But I feel like when it comes to Cliff, like I don't see them lasting for a long time. I think once she get in that position where she was able to find more of her self-worth, I feel like that she's going to leave him because Cliff is an asshole, in my opinion, to me.
I like him.
You like
I don't like
I
him.
think he
I don't.
is a funny asshole, and I don't think that they'll ever break up because they both cling to each other. Latrice definitely sees that. She's like Ashley and Michael. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
But don't say that I'm making this man adjacent to Michael, but I mean the relationship and how they cling to each other. They are leaving. Ashley sees a father in Michael just as Latrice sees a father in Cliff. But I think Cliff is he's not the worst.
I feel like that because she never had a father in her life. I feel like when it comes to her and Cliff, I think that she sees him more. I don't know. She called him Zaddy. Like
Yeah.
that bothers me because she never
Me
had a
too.
father figure in her life. And I
Right.
think when it comes between that, her calling him Zaddy, that's an issue.
Yeah.
And I feel like she sees her husband as more of a father figure, and that's why I feel like that the marriage is not going to
Right.
last that long. Once she find more self-worth within herself.
Myself personally, I don't have an issue with Cliff. I don't want nobody to think that. I really don't have an issue with Cliff. I don't know that damn man. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I feel like she thinks more of him in the marriage than he thinks of her. A la when they had the damn dinner, y'all saw how normal his shit was compared to what she did for him. He had a whole damn masseuse. He had a nasty saxophone player, a nasty damn rose petals, and private chefs. And I'm just like when I see the two of them, to me it looks like a father-daughter thing. Like, yeah, I did this for you, but you did this for me, and I appreciate it. I deserve it anyway. Like that's kind of the vibe that I get from him. And I ain't trying to talk about her marriage though. Girl, go look to the pickings is slim. So I ain't talking about her marriage. I mean, if it works for you, fine. But it's no shade, Punk, and I like you. I know you good people because you Scotty people. And Scotty ain't just befriended bitches. So I know you cool people. I'm just saying.
Please don't block me. I'm just saying my opinion.
Yeah, I know you cool people.
Like,
I'm just saying.
Josiah, let me block his ass.
Well, what I will say, because I said it in my review, what I didn't like was when she was, even though it probably wasn't the right time for her to open up about her abandonment issues the day of their, like during the anniversary, and I'm not sure if that was probably the right time to do it. But I didn't like how he just up and like he got so pissed off with her that he just left her right there by herself, the same shit that she just told you about. She just told you just about every man she's had has left her. No guy. Cliff died in an accident. Her other brother was in jail. Her dad died. Like every man she ever had that she was close to left her, and you're probably the closest thing to her because you're her husband, and you did exactly what she just told you. You left her back there. So it just
But
leads right on into it. And it's I don't know.
being fair,
It's
is it fair to say that she's putting way too much on him because of her traumas? And maybe instead of putting all of that weight on his shoulders, she should go talk to somebody to get that weight off of her shoulders. And then they can have like that husband wife type of union, because I'm just sorry. To me, it looks like a little girl who's with an older damn man and she's sleeping with him and he funding her lifestyle and she don't mind calling him daddy and introducing him to daddy. Like I'm with Josiah on that. When you introducing me to your man, don't introduce it. This is daddy. Nah, bitch, that's Cliff.
Right.
That's Cliff. No, that's Cliff. Cliff, this the girls, this Cliff. Cliff, go fuck off. Go mind your business. Busy yourself. Get away from these hoes.
Right.
Like I don't know. Like I just feel like she need to go
I
and talk.
agree to a certain I agree to a certain extent. I don't know if she's putting too much on him, but at the same time, she does need to talk to somebody about those issues because abandonment issues is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I do think that when you go through certain things as a child, you do kind of take it into your relationships because as a person that has done that in the past, I have had bad relationships and I felt like most folks that was the closest to me have left me too. But until I spoke with a therapist about it, I learned not to project my childhood traumas on someone else. So that's the thing that may be unfair about it. But at the
Mhm.
same time, as a man, I do think that if he knows about it, he should at least try to be helpful with the situation.
I agree.
Maybe encourage her to go see someone and talk
Yeah,
about it, or just let her know that it's not gonna leave her or go anywhere.
I
Just
agree.
make her have that that reassurance that he's not gonna leave her anywhere like
I agree.
everybody else did. So
I agree.
that's
Like
what
I
I think.
didn't like the way he left her like that either. I didn't like that. I'm like, and she in 6-inch heels, like Beyonce said.
He said,
You
I
could
know
have
you
walked off
walking.
and left her the damn golf cart if you
Baby, he
wanted to.
started off on that golf cart.
I know, like
He
by the
did.
time the camera panned back, he was gone.
He was gone. Like, well, damn,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I ain't like that.
and another thing too that I said in my review was when she apologized to him, he didn't apologize to her. It's kind of
Right.
like she gave him an apology and humbled herself and gave him all this gratitude, but he never apologized for his or any of the things that he may have said.
Right.
That's the part
But
that I didn't
that
like.
leads
Like,
back to what I
you
said
said
at
words
first.
hurt,
That goes back to what I said at first. He
but
thinks
he
he's the
said,
more deserving one in the relationship.
He
That's
does.
why he didn't feel the need to
yeah.
apologize back.
He does.
Like in his
But
mind,
what's funny
he felt
about
like
it
he was
was that
wrong. So when she apologized, he didn't feel the need to say, well, and you know what? I apologize too. I ain't had to handle it like that.
Yep.
Right.
but I
And then
wouldn't
I
say
would
it was
He
words
definitely
hurt, it
overreacted
was
because it
words
wasn't that
don't hurt.
deep.
Go ahead, Josiah.
I don't know. I was just gonna say, and then also, I wouldn't want my husband my man all up in the mix with the other girls. Like, bruh, like
Thank you.
you
Thank
gotta
you.
listen. That poor girl can't even go out to the club with her homegirls without him probably spazzing out or being right there in the corner,
He
sipping on
likes
corner of
that.
the section,
Yeah.
sipping on the white cup.
Yeah.
She's missing something so much that this level of control is what makes
Right.
her feel good.
Just like when he gave her that Rolex. I believe his explanation. Nah, I gave you that so when you out with
Yeah.
you know you got a husband at home. It's time for you to come home.
Dead
He,
ass.
that's equivalent to when y'all used to get men pages back in the day. That's what that's like.
That was before my time.
Okay, I'm telling my age. All right. But
What?
that's what that's
Okay.
like.
We ain't know nothing about that.
Okay.
Don't know nothing about that.
She
y'all
talking about
really
something.
have
Nah, he
anything
gave
to
it
say
to me
about
because I wanted it.
about
Nah,
the
he
situation?
gave it to you so you keep up with the time. He wants your ass home.
Yep.
That's a man of a certain year, honey. You better bring your ass home. That's the problem with
And
dating them.
insecurity too.
See,
Because he want to be wherever she at too. So it's like, okay, we down at this brunch. You the only man at the table. You trying to dictate how we, you trying to control the conversation. It was just like, who was it? On Beverly Hills, Denise Richards' husband, only man at the table, trying to direct the conversation. Like, stop, can you walk away? What you doing here?
Right.
I don't like men like that. Like, I don't have a problem with men being around a group of women, but like when you be trying to add your 2 cents, baby, go ahead. We don't need you here now. Be quiet. If you're gonna be here, be quiet.
right?
Put your phone or something. Shoot. Yeah, I like Cliff. Like, he's funny, but I don't like how he treat Latrice. Like, from what I'm seeing on camera.
I agree with you.
Like, yeah, he skirted off on that damn go-kart so quick, left her hanging, and I'm like, okay, all you had to do was like give her a little reassurance. I think Scotty said the same thing. Like, all you had to do was tell her, baby, look, you're only 10, I see, and call it a day. Like,
But he couldn't.
I don't understand why he exploded. Like, it wasn't
He
that
couldn't.
deep. It was not that deep.
He couldn't, because I do believe her when she say he probably do be throwing other women in her face. I believe her when she say that.
Look at how he complimented Mel. She did not.
Yeah, I believe
She did
her.
not like when he complimented Mel.
I believe her
I
when
believe her
she
too.
say
And
that.
I was like, why is he acting like that? I feel like she need to go ahead and get therapy for real. They should get couples counseling too.
Mm-hmm.
Or, she could always find something better.
Sure, but I was just about to say that. Maybe when she get, that's the reason why I want her to get therapy. She could find a man her own damn age. Because, girl, don't nobody want that pop belly damn man. Don't nobody want him, girl. He came onto the scene.
Maybe she like the pop belly.
No, I don't want my
She
man.
do like the pop belly. Remember, he took his shirt off.
I don't want him looking like a deacon. He came out of there, like I said, he came out of that room dressed like he was on his way to church. But then again, he a man of a certain age, and that's just the way they dress. So
I started laughing when I seen that outfit.
girl, I said, like the way they made it seem, I thought he was gonna come out in a 3-piece suit. Or something.
He had on the
But I think that was scripted.
Okay.
That whole thing was scripted.
With her crying?
I think it was
Okay,
scripted.
now before we
Baby, she got some good tears in.
well, before we move into the next one, since we're talking about Bell Collective, as of today, it has been confirmed. Since we're talking about Bell Collective, I will be interviewing Latrice on March the 4th. So y'all please be on the lookout for that. Stay tuned. That will be March the 4th week.
That's something that bitch ain't asked none of us if we wanted to be on it. But if it was us who had
Right, we couldn't do no group interview.
we would have asked him to do it, much like I did him with Jason. But it's all good. I'll let you have it, Scotty. I ain't mad at it. I'm gonna support it and I'm gonna put it on my channel.
As if I've never asked you to join me on any interview. If you don't sit your planner's peanut head the ass the fuck down,
Oh my
I know
God.
something.
That's that Martell Holt shit. See, they always want to drudge up shit. They don't want to own they shit, but they want to judge up shit that probably you done. That's that Martell shit. See?
Can we talk about
But
love
I
and
did
marriage?
do it. Don't you try to. Don't try to play me. Before we even get into love and marriage, because I totally forgot that we haven't talked about Basketball Wives yet.
Oh, I forgot
damn,
that.
I thought y'all got over that.
I forgot about that.
Do
Ain't nothing to talk about.
Y'all can have that. I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, y'all can have that too, because it ain't shit to talk about.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
know,
really not though. Low key. Mm-mm.
So y'all wanna move past Basketball Wives and go into love and marriage, Huntsville?
Okay, well, Scotty, to be fair, America has went past Basketball Wives, so I think it's only fair that we do the same.
Yeah, with them what the last episode got about what 400,000 views. Ain't nobody watching that.
Yes. Okay, so before we move
Look,
on to
somebody in the
Marriage
comments said
Huntsville,
we
let
need
me
to
ask
talk.
all of y'all. Do we?
Go ahead.
Listen,
That's
Oh
what
my
somebody said. We
God.
need to
listen.
talk
Before
about
we
them
move,
tie hoes.
listen, everybody up here said that they don't want to talk about it. So and plus this past episode really wasn't shit to talk about,
I don't watch
honestly.
it, so
But before we move on, does that mean that from this day forward, we should just drop Basketball Wives and not talk
Yes,
about it at all on the panel and just leave
yes,
it to our reviews?
yes, because we already reviewing it. We don't need to talk about that whole twice. It's bad enough I do it on Let's Gag. If y'all want to hear about it, come to my channel, Let's Gag. Wednesday mornings at 11 o'clock. Y'all come around there.
that's
Josiah, Y'all
promotion.
and Lisa, what y'all think? We should
I'm
just
good.
drop it?
Hey, I'm good without talking Basketball Wives. I mean, it's the same story every
Right.
episode. If we all jumping on and ganging up on OG, then I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'm good.
There wasn't anything that happened this week. It was just a setup where we're going to have the two houses when they
Right.
go on the trip. That was
Right.
it. There ain't nothing to talk about.
Right.
Or we could just do
Okay,
like
Watch
this.
our
so
reviews
we're
on it,
gonna
so
move.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move the hell on. Let's go into Love and Marriage Huntsville, or what I like to call it, Love and
And
Hip Hop
and
Huntsville.
child, let's talk
So
about how you
before we
dragged
go
the
into
dog.
That's
Let's
my
talk about
favorite
how
show
you
now.
Yeah.
dragged.
Let's
Oh
talk
my
about how
God.
you drag the hell out of damn people and then gonna try to throw me in there. Don't throw me in there. I ain't drag nobody.
Yeah, Scotty, explain yourself.
Baby,
first of
Scotty,
all,
you was giving me
first of all,
2015 basketball reunion vibes, okay? You done dragged
first of all, I ain't dragged nobody.
hey man,
Okay,
you
I ain't
pulled
dragged
sticks
not a
from the
soul.
wig
Okay.
up and you bought oh my god.
I was not that bad. Terrence was going in just as hard as I was.
No,
So
I did not. Y'all, did I go in just as hard as Scotty?
Okay, Scotty, I love you, bro, but you took the cake for the
Thank
biggest
you.
dragon.
I
Child,
didn't
I damn near burnt my food. I was cooking while listening
Every
to
time I
you.
heard a cuss word, I was
Thank you.
like,
But see, I told y'all the reason why I didn't go off was because I got Martell gay ass lifestyle.
Wait, what happened?
what
I know, right?
he got?
What? Okay.
Soon as he got ready to say something, his ass got knocked off. See, man, making it sound like he don't be doing shit. But there you go. Here you go. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, now what was you about to say? What was you about to say?
Huh? No, I said that's why I told
What was you
you.
about to say, Terrence?
Can you hear me?
He's talking.
Yeah, we can now.
Oh no, I said that's why I was telling you not to go off on him, because if we want to ruin his life, I got all of his dick pics, full body pics, air pics, text messages, DMs, emails in my phone. That's why I said don't go off. He just give what trades give.
I don't have those.
Well, I do,
I
bitch.
don't have
All right,
those.
and
So
that's
I'm
why I
going
was
the
telling
fuck
you
off.
and the rest of the Sugarfoots not to get upset with him because he give what dirty ass trades give. Don't get upset. I got y'all. When they give me the okay to
I
leak
want to
all
see.
of this tea, all of y'all gonna be vindicated, including Marcus. Don't worry about
That's
it. I
all
got
I'm saying.
y'all.
That's all I'm saying.
Include
He's
Marcus.
talking about all this tea that he's not at liberty to show nobody, but want me to calm down and not read his ball.
Didn't I tell y'all
about
the same
he did
thing
on
when it came to
TV?
Monique? And didn't I give y'all the tea on Monique? And that's why I told y'all to calm down. Monique ain't lying. I had the okay to give it. I gave it to y'all.
Baby, Martell gonna get read every motherfucking episode. I'm sorry.
Yeah, read them.
Yes.
I'm telling you to read them, but don't get too upset because I got y'all. As soon as I get the okay, we just gonna gag. Don't worry, I got
Let
you.
y'all tell it. let y'all tell it. I didn't even read Martell bad. Y'all said I gave it to Tisha worse than I gave it
Baby,
to him.
you
That's what
just
y'all said.
listen. I was literally, I damn near died. Almost had a heart attack. Boy, how you was reading Tisha?
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
Tisha
felt
Tisha
sad
slow
not
as
for
fuck.
her.
deserve it? Let's just start it off with how the episode ended with Martell
Okay.
versus Dottie Peoples. Let's just start it off with that, okay? Now, first of all, Dottie Peoples, no, she don't give a damn about Mel. You could tell by the way she was walking up on Mel that she was finna get some shit going. The way she said it,
Hmm.
she was like, y'all finna get ready to go? Ma'am, I just got here. You tell me
Right.
yes. Like, girl, we already know what you finna do. Then when Mel said, I've been here long enough, let me go. Then here she come. Oh, but girl, let me tell you something before you leave. Girl, you don't give no fucks about Mel. You know you don't care, Daddy. He's an on-time guy for sure, because you know you don't give a damn about Mel, period. Okay? You do not care at all. Like, you was just sitting up here spilling the
And
tea
that should have been
about
the time that
bitch
Tisha got up.
tail as exactly. You was already spilling the tea to Marceau and Letitia just the other on the other episode, spilling the tea about bitch tail, as Color Me Pink would call Martell bitch tail. That's what Color Me Pink calls him. Shout out to Color Me Pink. But yeah, bitch tail. You was sitting up here telling everybody about him and his baby. So why you up here talking about you feel Melody's pain, girl? You gloating. You don't give no fuck about that girl or her damn pain, child. Like I'm not
Yeah,
with Dottie People. I'm gonna let you know what I've drugged Dottie Peoples enough on my review. I'm gonna let
You
y'all
did.
have at it. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute. Go ahead. Go
I do
ahead.
think that
Whoever
when
want to
it
start
comes to
off.
I think when it comes to Dottie Peoples, she was definitely being messy. I watched the episode twice, and she was really trying to get the tea going. Now, ma'am, you coming there strictly to cause drama, and I know we're gonna get into it, but I'm not understand what Tisha does not understand about not inviting her mama to cause mess. She was literally going there talking to Mel, and her and Mel has never been close. Mel don't even like you, so. What are you doing? You being intentionally messy.
She just looked to me like she was absolutely chasing. It looked to me like Carlos King had $1 bill on the end of a fishing rod, and he was winding it in because she was walking out that parking lot like this. I gotta go get her. I gotta go tell her. I gotta go get her. So she was up there trying to chase that coin. Carlos like, yeah, go get this shit started for me. She like, I gotta get that coin. I don't care what you gotta say, Tisha.
Right, nah. Carlos was like, baby, you want to raise? We need you to cut up this season. We need you to act
Exactly.
the ass. So that's what she said. Say no more, fam.
And
That's
Mel
exactly what she
said,
done.
not on my
Acting, showing her
watch.
ass.
Yep. Mel said, not on my
They
watch.
definitely in
Got in her
cahoots.
range and left.
She should be embarrassed though. I feel like Miss Wanda, she's so desperate. Like you really ran down to the parking lot. I'm still wondering why Mel hadn't pulled off yet. You done had a whole exchange of words with Martell. Mel still in the parking lot. Here come Miss Wanda, tracking her down, and she putting her car in reverse. Mel, do you know what I'm talking about, bitch? Yeah, she do know what she's talking about. She ain't gonna talk with you. She know you don't fuck with her when you don't fuck with her. Like vice versa. So Miss Wanda is just ooh, I can't stand her and Tisha. They both just
Thank you guys.
country and old.
Thank you
They
guys for
tired.
agreeing with me with what the hell I've been saying. Carlos King or somebody else in production, because I know he be watching. It may not just be
Yes,
you,
he do.
sir. It's probably somebody else around there. But one of y'all be in her ear, and because she's a starving artist, she's just gonna do it. She is. She wants to be on TV.
Mm-hmm.
She likes to be able to cause the drama and stir the mess, and people talk about her because it's like I said, every time she's about to do something fucked up, she always gets this idiotic smile on her face. Am I the only one that see it? It's like every time she's about to do something crazy, she gets this grin on her face. That's what gives her away. Much like how she was chasing up behind her. She grinning. I'm about to go talk to Mel. Why? Last season, she was all kind of whores and hood boogers
Exactly.
and serve what she got and all of the rest of this. Now, all of a sudden, you care about what Melody's going on. And I'm loving Mel's new energy. She like, bitch, I'm not dealing with you in this fake shit.
Right.
You
New hair color, new
It's just the
energy.
way-
What's
it's just
up?
It's just the way that Dottie people can walk up on Mel, just like I demonstrated it earlier. Like she just like, Mel, I just got here. You can't leave yet. Oh, girl, let me tell you something. Like, girl, we know exactly
Right.
what the fuck you doing, Dottie.
Right. Just
No,
like when she brought
you
up
trying
the
to get
baby at the
shit going.
table. I'm like, why? This has nothing to do with what we're here
Oh, that
for.
pissed
This
me
has
off.
everything to do with Jalen. Why is you bringing that up now? Why do you think we care to talk about that now?
Because she messy. Because she messy, and that's what she was planning to do from the beginning when she walked over there to Mel. I really believe that if Martell and I walked his ass over there and confronted her, she would have been trying to get the tea about that baby. She knew what the fuck she was doing.
Now,
Wanda's stupid, and she thinks we're dumb as hell.
I think that Tish sent her mama to be
Mhm.
her pit bull as usual, in a very Candy Burris way. I look, I can't be messy. I'm trying to seem mature, but you can do the dirty work. That's why mama showed up to bring the baby up, to smell around, to do all the stuff that Tish wants to say, but she throw that rock but hide that hand.
And you know what, Alex? It's funny you brought that up because I've always said Tisha has always been a doormat to everybody. Yeah, I said it started with Wanda.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I honestly feel like that's why Tisha is now at this age to why she thinks the way that she do. I don't care what nobody says. Had Kimmy wind up saying, you know what, Tisha, is always an issue, is always a problem, I'm done. I'm not dealing with this no more. I wouldn't be mad at Kimmy. I wouldn't be mad at Kimmy. I feel like Kimmy should have did that from the very beginning. Because I feel like Letitia don't want a friend. She want a minion. Letitia wants a minion. She don't want a friend.
That's exactly what she wants, because the fact of the matter is she really playing these damn monkey bar, slime board ass, seesaw ass games trying to tell her whose side she needs to be on. Like, girl, go somewhere and sit the hell down. Like, aren't y'all 30 in y'all mid-30s, early 40s? Like, who still plays that pick a side BS? Like, don't nobody got time for this shit. Like, Tisha is stupid. She's I don't like her. She's passive aggressive. And just like Alex said, she uses her mother to be her fucking mouthpiece, because the shit that she ain't ballsy enough to say, her mother is going to say it. And Dottie Peoples is just as dumb as her daughter is. But then again, apple tree. That's what it is. Both of them stupid as fuck. It's just one is just more open with her stupidity and doesn't care about nobody seeing how stupid she is.
Right. And I'm gonna say it since Bonnie not here.
It's like
even.
Even. Y'all gotta say it high. Even. It's not about to anywhere but even.
Sanction from your events.
Well, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when it comes to Tisha, they like how Kimmy and her husband, like, they have to talk to Tisha like she's a child. I don't know if just like the way how her husband kind of explained things to her about why is it a bad, because she really did not know why is it a bad idea not to invite her mom places, and how she's being messy. She act like she don't understand that, and like they really have to talk to her like she's a child and break it down ABC 1, 2, 3.
Listen,
like, girl, are you that dumb?
Yes, I said in my review, they've been talking to Tisha about her mama since season 1. So this isn't a conversation that Tisha has heard before, and this isn't a conversation that Kimmy or Marceau has had with her about her mama. This has been since season 1. Mm-hmm. So this isn't the first time. And the fact that when he asked her that question about, did you know that your mom would act like this or whatever the case may be? And she said, yeah. She alluded to the fact that this wasn't new for her mama. I'm like, okay then. So why is this an argument? then you know why Kimmy don't want your raggedy ass mammy there.
Right.
She
And I
don't
love
give a
how they
fuck
was
though.
having
That's
that.
the problem.
I love when they was having that conversation between her. Kimmy was just so like talking to her, just so chill because she knows. She, like you said, Tisha knows. Tisha knows her mama be doing too much.
Yeah, because she
I
sends her
think
to
my
do it.
issue,
That's why she knows.
my issue with Tisha is like you want yes men and you want minions to rally behind you. But first of all, you ain't a leader. You ain't no boss bitch. You can't even articulate your words. You
Period.
singing as hell and you slow as fuck. So it's like, who do you want to
Period.
rally behind you when you can't even stand on your own? What you want minions for when you slow as a box of rocks? Like, I mean, I don't understand her logic. Like, Tisha irks my spirit because
Listen,
if you want to irritate me, play dumb.
just
Like,
when
don't have a logical bone on your body.
just when Tisha started getting the backbone and the busy about herself, Rona came and swept her up in a tornado like the Wizard of Oz back to the 1930s. And now she back doing exactly what the hell she was doing in season 1.
She just dumb.
Yes,
Like,
that
I don't
last
like her.
episode
Like,
before season 2 wrapped up, when she kind of put her foot down towards Marceau, I was like, okay, you finally speaking up a little bit. But then she lost her power in that same setting where she tried to give it to him. Like, what do you mean? My family from the different side of the track. She lost her power when she was like, so you not going to Birmingham with me? Girl, no. Like, why would you ask him that? Be gone and go about your business. But the fact that you still wanted him around, you didn't try to chump him off. Like, girl, come here. You tired as hell. You don't even know how to leave a nigga where he at. Like,
the most sickening thing about that
sad.
conversation was when Marceau was like, so can we have sex now? And I just feel like Marceau, the type of nigga, he have sex in one position the whole time. Like, I just cannot vision that.
Not one position.
Like he do. Like, I just feel like he's staying doggy style or missionary the whole time. Like, he don't give me, you know, and then you just put that in our head, like, child, please. So let me tell you, y'all had sex 2 times. Your damn kids.
Oh my God, that's horrible. Baby, y'all better go and get Pornhub or something and learn some different positions. Oh no.
No, it's Tisha for me.
I
It's
cannot.
Tisha for me. I feel like Tisha don't do shit in the bedroom. She give me boring bitch vibes. She ain't throwing it back. She ain't doing none of that shit. And I feel like if Marceau ain't getting it from her, he definitely getting it from somebody else. And he really don't like her for real. Let's be for real. Marceau do not like Tisha, and I've been saying that since season 1. He don't fuck with her. He just tolerate her because shit, he just stuck. And he got 20 other
Listen.
girlfriends. So
I
yeah.
mean,
I've
but-
been
Well, I
but
do
who
think
would
that he
like
has
I've been
different codes
said-
and area codes.
I've been
Mhm.
said Martell over exaggerated about the 20 women. Now I do believe it's about 3 or 4 of them, but I
Yeah,
damn still don't
exactly.
think it's 20.
Okay.
Agreed.
And then maybe
Definitely
Tisha's just not good in bed because she be so
Yeah.
tired from doing mama chores and housework, you know?
Girl, bye. My mama did that with 2 growing damn boys. She still had time to take care of her household and her damn man. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. No,
Hey,
it can be done.
I'm
These
trying to give her the
hoes-
benefit of the doubt here.
No, what I
Wow.
Tisha ain't good at
Uh-uh.
nothing.
I wanted to mention this, and this is going back, but this is where I was like, nah, I'm done with Tisha. Tisha was sitting down with Kimmy, and I think this might have been 2 episodes ago, and tried to tell Kimmy that her job or her life was easier than hers, while Kimmy is on the front lines of COVID as
Right.
a nurse. You try
Right.
to tell her that you making fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches
Right.
is more difficult than saving people's lives. I was like, I can't
Right.
take it. I'm done.
Right. Right.
She's
Girl, all
delusional.
you
She's
got-
one of those delusional people.
Girl, all you got is this bald-headed damn podcast, and I wonder how many people even is listening to the shit. Like, I mean, girl, you ain't got
No,
shit.
they don't.
Stop acting like you do so much because you really don't.
I don't see how
I mean-
anybody listens to her
She
podcast.
fake
If
busy.
anything, that ain't nothing but that's a diet Tamara Cherie ass podcast. I'm pretty sure of it because
It's a bootleg,
Tisha is
not for lazy
dumb.
moms.
Like,
Okay, Alex.
like she's
Yes, not for lazy moms.
The studio was cute though.
Very. The ambiance
Yeah.
was real cute. I like that. But I mean, for real, how much mommy talk can you have? That's what I be thinking. Like, I mean, ain't you gonna hit the roof at some point? How many mommy conversations can you have, Tisha? I mean,
Right.
honestly, her voice is irritating as hell. So you gotta have a voice for that shit. A podcast
You gotta have a
keep people
personality
interested.
for it.
She does not
You
have
gotta
that
have.
factor.
She can't pronounce. She
Right.
can't eloquent. She can't project.
Right.
She can't
None of it.
articulate.
Right. Child, she got as much personality as a
But
brick. All right. Don't
I
nobody pay
can't.
attention to shit she say.
Okay.
fuck Tisha. And y'all wonder why I read her motherfucking ass.
Yeah,
Fuck her,
you rubbed it
okay?
off on
And
us. See what you did?
let me just say this too. For those that were in my comments talking about why am I calling these beautiful black women bitches, I'm sorry because I said I was only going to leave the bitch word for basketball wives, but Tisha and Martell both pissed me off, so they're going to get bitch word every time they piss me the fuck off. I'm sorry. I said I was going to cut back on the bitches, but no, like stupid. Like I can't stand stupidity and stupid ass bitches, and she is a stupid ass bitch
Okay.
to me. Like I can't fuck with it at all. Like she's just dumb as fuck. I have never seen somebody that is so fucking dumb before in my life, and she trusts to have a fucking podcast. Who wants to hear you sound like you need hooked on phonics? No one. Okay, like
See,
shut up.
part of me
Stupid
feels
ass.
bad for her because every time I see Tisha, whatever, like I would say 3% of me feels bad for her because she always has this, what about me? Like it's something
Right.
missing. It's something missing there. And she always has, what
The
about me?
chromosome.
Her brain. That's what
No, right.
her
And
brain
you
is
know what,
missing.
DC, I agree with you. You know, I do try to show empathy a little bit, like especially with her being this age, you know, older woman. Well, she's not that old, but you know, like don't really know her purpose in
She
life and
tapped
don't really
herself.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's a really sad
She doesn't
situation to
have a
be
purpose. She doesn't have a purpose because she's a dumbass.
It's a
That's why
sad
she doesn't have
situation
a
to be
purpose.
in, but she keeps herself in that situation, and that's
Right.
why I don't feel bad for her. Because yes, I used to feel bad. Season 1, I used to be like, oh, Tisha, but now it's just like, bro, like once I realized like you're really dumb for real, and you let anybody who let their husband talk to them any old kind of way and shit like that, I do not feel sorry for you. You better cut that nigga out and move the fuck on. Leave him where he at. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't be a wounded deer forever.
I'm gonna tell you though, they are broke as he hangs because they moved into that tiny ass house, and
Thank
Tisha's
you, Alex.
complaint. They moved into a bigger house the first season. Now I want to know how
Right.
you on your second season. You got 2 extra checks coming in
Thank
the
you.
house, and you downgrading, and you gonna
Right.
build this house on these
Thank
40
you.
acres, 40,000 miles away, 10 years down the line. Okay, girl, y'all broke as he hangs, and she can't afford to leave. It would be some raw
Right.
Dixon mess where they still end up having to cohabitate because he ain't making enough to support 2
Right.
households. And he ain't making anything except mistake
Right.
after mistake.
Yeah, I peeped that. As soon as he said this
Yup.
takes years, I said years. Really?
okay. It was the years for me.
It takes years when you got to save up the money, when you don't have down payment, when you don't have enough credit for a construction loan. Now, you already the construction company, you already building it yourself. You mean to tell me you can't free up enough time in your schedule to get your own house, and you can't get the materials at cost? It should be you building an $800,000 house for $500,000 prices, but you still out here living in this income property that's too small for your family at 50? Girl, boom.
Yeah.
I feel
But
like
you
it will
know what?
take a while to do what they want to do with the acreage, but they could do a little upgrade because that house do look a little bitty, itty bitty.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they are in Atlanta. I mean, not Atlanta. They are in Alabama. They have no weather restrictions. 9 months. They throw up $1 million homes in 9 months. You're the contractor. 9 months. The only thing that's stopping you is the money. You don't have money to buy the toilets, to buy the plumbing,
Right.
build that mother-in-law suite for the heifer you hate.
Right.
And I was shocked that she didn't
Well,
know.
I
It's like,
mean,
how you move into a house not knowing how long you gonna be there?
Because he keeps her on an
I
allowance.
mean,
She doesn't know how broke they are. He's like, oh, I'll handle the finances, babe. He gives me that tea. She probably gets enough money to
Okay.
take the kids out and maybe give
Right.
herself a brow perm because she don't go to the hairdresser. Her
Right.
mom's hair is fresher
I
than her.
can't.
Well, listen,
If that
I
ain't a
think
just
that
for
Tisha
me perm, then I know something.
well, I
It's
think
your
that
home
Tisha and
haircut
Marcel
too.
got that small ass car.
They ain't
Well,
got
I think that Tisha
barbershop
and
money.
Marcel
That family ain't got barbershop or going to the movies money.
Well, I think that Tisha and Marcel got that small ass houses because it resembles how small Tisha's brain actually is. So their house actually fits them and what they're trying to do.
But you know what though?
That's how
Marceau did have a point. He was like, you fought tooth and nail to try to keep Mel as a friend. He said, I honestly feel like you should put that same effort into Kimmy because she is family. I felt Marceau in that moment, and I don't usually go up for Marceau. But Marceau had a point with that. It's like when it comes to Kimmy, she's automatically ready to throw her away. Why? Why do you want to be friends with Mel so bad, but not put up that same energy for somebody that you claim you want to have as a sister and want to be around forever? Why? Because she calling you out on your shit. But Mel did the same thing, and you was still so gung-ho to try to be friends with Mel. So what's the difference?
She want to be Mel.
It's because she doesn't look at Kimmy as the same as she looks at thing as Mel.
And I would say real
That's
tea.
not a power move to lose a friendship with Kimmy.
Real tea, to piggyback off your point,
Okay.
I think that when they had that confrontation at the podcast and Tisha brought that stuff up on air in front of the mic, the look that Kimmy gave her was like, okay, I see what Melody says now. It was that dawn where it's like, oh yeah, you doing a little too much. And now I felt in that moment she saw Melody's side. And it's like, yeah, you do start it. You throw a rock, you hide your hand, you do dumb stuff like this, and then say, what's the big problem? What's the issue? And she just kept expecting Kimmy to give her mother the same level of reference that Tisha wants to give her. And it's like, no, that's a grown woman. And I'm not cussing her out and slapping the shit out of her out of respect for you. That's only going to happen 2 or 3 more times before she writes a check and I cash it on her ass.
Right.
I'm sorry, you ain't too big to beat. And just because you somebody's mama don't mean you mine. And mama said knock it out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Rowdy Peoples and her dumb ass daughter. Both of them dumb as fuck. Fuck them bitches. Anyway.
She's playing her cards wrong because who she gonna film with? If she falling out
She'll
with
be filming
everybody.
with Wanda. And them kids. And Marceau. He barely want to film with her.
She might as well be a friend to the show.
I mean, she could film with Destiny because that's some fake ass
what
friend.
happened to that one friend she had last year?
she
Well,
might
actually,
film
I'm
with
glad we ain't
Destiny.
seen her friend. Because she had
I can't wait for Sadarik's baby mama to join the show because Sadarik, there's some mess with him. He seems to be the group travel agent. He only comes around when it's time for a trip. Destiny's been when you don't see him. He's damn near hiding on camera. I want to see his life blow up because I'm telling you, there's something there. If I could put my finger on it, I would have to wash it.
So Dark is annoying. He's messy. Like he really Marcel.
And Destiny whining this early in the merge that he ain't helping with the baby. It's like you gonna have a toddler in a minute. He gonna miss them years, but you knew he wasn't shit when you got with him. You would you see, he didn't do the puppy test. But I'm sorry, I could look at Cedric and tell he wasn't worth shit from 20 paces.
Right. Me too. I keep telling everybody that man's slow. I keep trying to tell everybody something is up with Sadark. Everybody say I'm being mean to Sadark, but it's something about him. It just is.
Wait, okay, because I don't think Sadark is slow. I think LeBaric is slow. LeBaric is dumb as fuck. He's just as dumb as Tisha to me.
All of them wore helmets in school. To let me tell it, they went to school with Cedric.
Yeah, LeBaric is dumb as fuck. I feel like Sadark, he tries to be the voice of reason, but he really messy as hell. Did y'all see how giddy he was when Marcus came up with the same outfit as Martell? That shit got on my nerves so bad. Like, why are you so hype over them wearing the same outfit? Like,
I was hyped.
He just like the mess, and I don't like him because of that.
I was in my living room hollering at them wearing the same outfit.
It was a funny laugh.
It was hilarious to me because it it was like a superhero face off. Like I just knew shit was gonna go down. It was hilarious.
Listen, I don't care what nobody say. The first time Martell would have told me to my face that you gonna beat my ass, I would have swung first. You not about to tell me to my face twice that you gonna beat my ass and then walk
Okay.
off. Like
It's
you,
hard to
like you the
listen.
man out here. Like, nah, fuck all that. Fuck
Yeah.
that being out there. Fuck the fact that I'm a
And
principal.
he said it
How you
strongly.
gonna beat me being upset when you ran down on me to your children? How you gonna tell my story without me being there? Who the hell you think you are to do something like that to me? That you mad with me?
But what kills me about that though is that I've been seeing the comments and people really feel like you know what I'm saying? Well, Marcus had no business saying what the kid said to Troy to Martell because he knew that would be disrespectful. But at the same time, Martell had no business telling the kids that their uncle likes men. That was not his place to tell them that either.
Right.
So if you're gonna sit up here and try to say that Marcus is
Yep.
using the kids to get at Martell, then what the fuck was Martell doing when he told those kids that their uncle was gay? I mean, he was using the kids to try to turn them against Marcus.
Right.
What the fuck was that about?
But-
So, I mean, it's an eye for an eye in
Yeah.
this bitch. If you're going to sit up here and try to play me, I'm going to play your ass.
But you saw how quickly Karma came back to bite Martell in his ass. Because the same thing he ran up on Miss Wanda about doing on live is the same thing he did to Marcus with them damn kids. To me, I feel like that's worse. That was not your place. And if y'all was to have that conversation, which it should be had, if he's going to be in your life like that, I understand them wanting to have a conversation with the children, but that's something that you, Melody, Marcus, and the husband should have sat down with the children and had. I'm not mad. The conversation should have been had, but not the way he chose to do it.
But Martell is a
Yeah,
bitch
because we
anyway.
know how
He's a
Martell
pussy,
get
and that's
down.
probably why he loves it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like I said, Martell is a pussy, which probably explains why he wants to have it so much. He's a pussy ass nigga, and I don't fucking
Right.
like him. He's a bitch, and I want to fight him. He's a fucking
And also
bitch.
he's
There's
a
nothing else to be said about him.
right. And he's a narcissist. So
And
now he can't get his way. He's playing dirty by anything, using the kids as a pawn. Well, not using the kids as a pawn, but swaying the kids' direction towards their uncle. Like this man is losing in real life, and he is cracking. He is crumbling because he can't get his
Yep.
shit.
you know what? You know what, Josiah? You know what?
Uh-huh.
Martell reminds me, if I'm pretty sure most of you guys on this panel have seen this movie, and it is a Tyler Perry film, and it was Why Did I Get Married? You know when they was all sitting at the table, and when Mike's secret came out, he was so pissed
Oh, yeah.
that his
He
shit
exposed
came out
everybody.
and he tried to
He exposed
expose
everybody.
else.
Yeah.
That's exactly the kind of tea
Yes.
that Martell is giving because the shit that came out. Now he wants to sit up here and try to hate on everybody else and tell everybody else's business. Like I noticed that in every scene with Destiny, he keeps on making these comments like, "You're gonna see in your marriage how this shit works. You're gonna see." What are you trying to say? Is her husband cheating on her too? What the fuck are you trying to imply?
But my thing to Martell is you're trying to equate this as it was a one night stand and she just so happened to have gotten pregnant. That's not what this is. You had an affair for 5 years with the same damn woman, bought her a brand new apartment, bought her a matching BMW that you bought your wife. They had the same damn shit driving around. You pillow talking with her, fell in love with her, and this, that, and this, and then she got pregnant. Like he's sitting here trying to make it seem like this was a one and done situation. Why she's so upset? I didn't want her to get pregnant. Like he's just like, and it kills me because if Ariana is who you want to be with, then just be with her. Leave Melody alone. I hate niggas like that.
Yeah.
That's who you want to be with.
Like, why
Leave
you so
Ariana. Like, why leave her alone?
He want both of them.
Well, it ain't gonna happen.
Basically.
Nah, it shouldn't. But
Then that's why he
Basically,
keep going after Mel. He keep going after Mel because he can't believe that she decided to leave him, and he wants to be in control, and shit just slipping out of his hands. So that's why he do pop up at her house, pull up unannounced, do shit to get her mad, make up stories about her cheating, and all of this because. Yeah, and like remember he said in this episode too, when Marcus approached him, he was like, "What's going on with you and my sister. He was like, I mean, we just ain't seeing eye to eye. She want to be the star. She want to be on TV. No, bitch, you want to be a star. You want to be on TV too. The thing is, she's reaping the benefits from it, and you're not.
Right.
So you're acting like a jealous bitch because you're not getting your way. She's not going the way that you intended it to go.
Yep,
I
he didn't
might-
kill the villain.
I might could forgive a nigga if he just cheated one night and had a baby. I might could forgive him. It'll take time. And I ain't just gonna give him outright, but I might could forgive it. You was in love with this woman for 5 years. Y'all was in a relationship. Call it what it was. Y'all was in a relationship. I became a sad chick in my marriage. You may as well call me Tyra. This is a Tyra, Peter, and a Shitty Feet Pete and an Amina situation all over again. I became the sad chick in my marriage. That's what this was.
Your
This was a
husband-
5-year thing.
Yeah.
Wait, our husband
And
is
she got
cheating
pregnant.
on us.
Exactly.
And
Yes, basically.
Melody, I'm gonna need you to realize you are in a sister wife situation. That's y'all's man.
Yeah.
You
Right.
calling her? Can you send him home, please, or tell him to pick some milk up on the way? That's y'all's man.
Right.
That's what that
She
respect.
gonna be
Yeah.
like Tyra.
You
Ain't no
can't
way in
tell
hell I'm
Arian
about to
nothing
have another
about him
baby.
at this point. It's been 5 years.
She gonna be like Tyra when her and Peter took
Yeah.
that trip to the Bahamas. You did not do it.
Right.
You did not do it. You did not do it. How you gonna put that time in and like not make her your wife even before me?
Right.
That's what she gonna be doing. You did not do it.
They
You know,
really
y'all
on
know
the
Tyra gave
Amina
y'all a
Tyra
whole.
train.
Yes, y'all know Tyra gave y'all a whole damn vagina monologue with that. You did not do it. That's what she gave y'all.
I mean,
Like,
she gave me the nasty Angela Bassett. I was for it though. I didn't go hold her.
yes, she did. Yes, she did. Or she
I
gave that
hated
Mimi.
Tyra. She was weak.
I like
I
Tyra.
liked
I'm
her
the only
too.
one
I
that
did.
I did.
I felt like both of them was dumb, but I did like Tyra.
But you
I
know
hated
what?
Tyra
That
more
also
than
reminds me
Amina.
of Mimi. Why?
Either.
Yeah. It was
Because
Amina that I
Tyra is
didn't like.
stupid.
Amina the dumb one.
Both of them, they literally did tit for tat babies. What kind of ghetto shit is that?
Yeah, but Amina more dumb than Tyra. Y'all ain't getting nothing but love and hip hop checks. This man won't nobody. He's been nobody since '96. That one song been lost traction, girl. That song came out when I was in elementary school. I'm 32 years old now.
But child, I really can't say who's dumb or dumber between Tyra and Amina because both of them hoes was
Both
stupid as
of them
fuck.
dumb
Like he
as
didn't
a
want
box of
damn one
rocks.
of y'all.
But I
And
like
both of
Tyra.
y'all kept fucking him. I just like Tyra better than Amina.
Yeah,
I
me
thought Amina
too.
was
I'm
slow.
sorry. I just see it.
I just felt like Tyra thought that she was better than Amina. And it's like, bitch, at this point, y'all on the same playing field. Like, girl, stop. Y'all sharing a nigga. Both of y'all having babies back and forth like y'all having a damn tennis match. So, I mean, y'all just in a whole relationship. Like, all three of y'all. And having
It's
babies.
kind of
Both
like
of
when
them under
Mimi
one
and
roof.
Jocelyn as well. It's like when Mimi and Jocelyn, like when she found out about it and she told Stevie, "You hurt me to the core." Like,
To the core.
oh my God! But it's Martell, girl, like. And before we move on to Real Housewives of Atlanta, let's just talk about how Tisha really believes, like she keeps on saying, if you had a problem with my mother, you should have talked to me about it. Like, why would she talk to you about Dottie in the first place? Why would she talk to you? Because she already knows how the fuck you gonna act. You're not gonna hold your mother accountable for anything. You're not gonna tell your mother that she's wrong, and you're gonna keep on thinking that it was okay for you to bring her to someone else's event. It's never okay to do that. That's just real shit. Like in real life, like if someone invites me to something and somebody tells me, "Oh, you should bring me," I'm like, "Bitch, I'm not bringing you." They didn't say we could bring a plus one. I'm not bringing you nowhere. Like if you didn't get the invite, bitch, you just get the fucking invite. Don't nobody want you there.
Exactly.
Like nobody. Don't nobody want.
That's why I don't show up to events uninvited.
I'm weak.
Mm-hmm. And it
I'm
just
with
said I'm just saying every time I see Dottie Peoples on my screen on this show, I
Listen,
can smell the pump
you're
it up.
not gonna keep giving Dottie People much. I like Dottie Peoples.
I like
man,
it too,
I'm
but I
judging
just
you.
call it as I see it. I'm just saying, I just call it as I see it, child.
Call it
I
that
can
woman
smell the
Dottie
pump it up.
Peoples.
He's an on-time
I mean,
guy.
listen, she
Indeed.
do
Like
give
we
me,
wanted
she
to,
do
but
give me that Dottie Peoples album because Dottie Peoples had that same damn bun in the back. In that
That's what I'm
1980s
saying.
album, she do. I get it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, but he's an on-time guy. That's all I'm saying. Now, we can move on to the real freak hole of the
Child.
drama. We can sit back because that was a show. If I
This
cannot
episode was
Get
so.
myself
I thought
Listen.
this episode was so good.
Listen, Candy knew what to do with Cynthia because that's what she do to Todd in that damn swing. I don't care what nobody say. Candy is the top in that marriage. Okay,
I like her.
Candy is the top in that marriage. I know that's right, Miss Todd.
Wait, bro, you gotta chill.
You better come through, Miss Todd. God. I love Todd. Look, I love Todd. Don't get me wrong. I love
Miss
Todd.
Todd, Miss Todd.
Yes,
Got
Miss
it?
Todd. I live
Miss
for Miss
Todd,
Todd.
Miss
baby.
Todd.
Miss Todd did it right. Miss Todd got what she
Not like
wanted, and she's with it. And she's sticking with I'm with it. I love Miss Todd. Period.
It's the visuals for me. I can't. Oh my God, Todd swinging on the swing with his.
I'm telling you. I'm telling
Y'all
you.
need to stop.
She be laying him out in that swing,
That's
girl.
serious.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God, Terrence, you are too much.
Cut it out.
I can
Cut
say
it out.
I
Okay.
cannot.
No, I like Todd.
I do too. I like
I
Todd.
do too.
But
I
it was
live
just it was a visual. It was
We
a
live
visual.
for Miss Todd, baby. Don't get it wrong. We live for Miss Todd. That's an old queen from back in the day. She an old school one. She did it right. I ain't mad with Miss Todd.
Pretty.
Don't you mean Miss Marvin?
Oh gosh.
Okay,
Kylie.
Marvin.
Don't you mean Miss Marvin? Oh Jesus! Oh my God! First of all,
He go to New York and he Marvin.
First of all, Candy can throw a party for me anytime. Okay.
Okay,
Anytime.
Anytime.
Candy.
Anytime. Okay.
Candy was an MVP.
Like straight up.
Period.
She really was. She knew what to do. She knew what to do. She knew exactly what to do. Okay. First, that's number one. She knew what to do. Number
This
two,
whole season would have been a watch.
it really would have been if she didn't do that. Like straight up. Everybody was talking about Bolo in his fake outfit. They said it was fake. I didn't pay that much attention to it.
Yeah, that was
That
fake.
outfit was cheap as fuck.
It looked like
Why
a
y'all
That
keep
outfit
on
was
that
cheap.
man outfit? Listen, I don't matter if it's fake or not. It's coming off any damn way. Shit.
Exactly.
Right. But it did.
But it wasn't cute. It wasn't cute.
It did give me city trends. You know,
You went out your way
bendy.
to have an old berry.
That
Not
was
City
City
Train.
Trends.
Okay, flea
Josiah.
market.
Yes.
That's what it was giving.
Off the sale wrap. Let me stop.
Flea market.
Bolo
Okay.
could have pulled the
Not
bucket
City Train.
and took somebody's Chanel suit and made it into that nasty Grecian goddess type of shit that was supposed to be. I thought it was cute.
Grecian goddess. Hold on. It was half faux off white and then half your mama's house coat. I want to know why half of that outfit looked like my grandma's coat. That's what I want to know. I'm an inquiring mind.
I don't know. I thought it was cute.
Oh my God.
Somebody in the comments said
Well, he was
fashion over
gonna come-
realness.
I was just about to say that. Shout out to CC3.
Yes. Come on,
Don't
Fashion
be using my
Nova.
It was
lingo.
fashion over all the way.
Do not be using my lingo and getting these folks started. Child.
Listen, all I got to
That was
say
cute.
is if he was gonna come in with a fake ass City Trends ass Chanel thing, then he may as well just slid out the pole with some South Pole on the collar today if you gonna wear some fake shit.
Well, I'm gonna
like that.
tell you
I'm
what
just
won't
saying.
fake that damn schlong. And he said, I'm about to make y'all put some respect on my name.
Listen,
When Miss Drew said she
I don't
was
even fool with
epic, I said, me too,
strippers.
Drew. Shit.
Like male strippers, I think they're freaky
Yeah, I saw you say
and
this, Sakina,
slutty
on
and
your
nasty. You don't put your
yesterday.
peen in my face.
So okay, for the women that's up here,
But I
Sakina
mean,
and
I was letting Bolo come
why,
over.
I know you would, bitch. I know you would. Exactly. See what I'm saying? I know it. Me
I was
too.
about to, I was about to ask Sakina and Nisi because I've seen a lot of people say this. Well, a lot of women say this. Why do women enjoy male strippers, but they enjoy female strippers better than male strippers? Why
That's
do
a
y'all
good
think?
question.
Why do women think that male strippers are corny? That's what I want to know.
Okay,
Since
so
y'all
with
are women.
males, I would have actually enjoyed that performance. I would have enjoyed the whole Bolo thing. But something about a male stripper just feels like kind of like to me, like how many vaginas you done thrusted. Whereas like a female stripper, it's like, damn, I wish I could do that. Let me see if I can shake my ass like that. I don't know. It's just more like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, that's so beautiful. And with guys, it's kind of like, woo, oh my gosh, hold on, I don't know what to do.
See, I think for me, it's the fact that like male strippers, they want to toss you around and they want to try to like dry hump you, put they peen in your face, and I'm just like, ew, like get away from me, with this. Like I don't need you touching me. Please don't do that. Now, as far as women strippers go, I've been to a strip club before. They not as aggressive as a male stripper is. Like, you know, they real nice. You know, you see their body. Oh my God, look at her, she got her ass. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I enjoy a female stripper better than a male stripper because male strippers, they do too much. And then it gives me like them 2005 Pretty Ricky dancing in your living room videos, grind on me, like, get away.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
With me, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm a gay boy, but I'm gonna be honest. I do agree with the ladies. I agree with Nisi. I would enjoy Bolo. But me personally, I don't mind to see women dancing. I don't mind a little titty swinging in my face. I don't mind all that. I don't mind seeing the C-section scars. I don't mind the afterbirth twerk win. I get it. But when it comes to the male strippers, it's just like, you know, I don't mind seeing it, but I don't want it nowhere around me. Like I don't want it on my face. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to smack me with it. I don't want your nuts all in my face. Like I mean, it's cute, but I prefer women. I get more enjoyment out of that. It's cuter to look at. And I'm like, all right, sis.
It's
yeah,
aggressive.
like, you know.
Yeah, and plus, the women you more so look at, it's more of an art. You just look, you know, you might go, yeah, girl, slap her booty and then leave it at that. But like if it's a man, like you have to actively physically participate because they don't dance, they want to throw you up and do all this, and it's like, oh my gosh, now I'm just a dog.
Right. My thing is I'm not ready. You got to get me at the point where I'm ready. I ain't in the mood for all that. That's why I can't deal with all that. I'd rather see the women.
I'm surprised. You have nuts in your face the way you
I don't
about shit. I'm surprised. That is so.
Well, something new every day.
A few years ago, a few months ago, actually, I went to one of those, you know, like them little paint thingies with the male strippers. Y'all know what I'm talking about, like the little paint and see or something like that. It was cool.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, like it was fun.
In my living room.
Yeah, like it was definitely fun. I mean, I actually messed around with a male stripper, you know, last year. It was cool, but it was not like it was cranked up that I thought it was.
It was regular people.
So he wasn't putting he wasn't putting the hips in, like he wasn't putting in work for real.
Yeah, like it was just, I don't know, it was underwhelming.
That pussy ain't had no tread on it. I know it.
But wait, did you see?
First of all,
but like, did you see how he was grinding this shit? Like, was he like different on stage compared to the bedroom? Was it that, or did you not see what he was giving on stage, and then y'all got down?
Well, okay, so I never like saw him dance on stage. We actually met on Jack'd, the dating app. And he was a male stripper.
Baby, I know what Jack is. What you gotta explain to me?
You went and plugged them. Make sure they send you some
I've
sort of
never been on
sponsorship.
Jack.
Never been on Jack.
You know what? I'm not gonna make
I've
Josiah
never
feel.
been on
I'm not
Jack.
gonna make Josiah feel away. I talked about this on my live. I talked to a stripper before too. I actually dated when I did. I was 19. I did. I sure did. Yes, I did. I did. But the whole thing for me was I knew the difference. Like if he was to go to like the dance at a party and he came on like 4:00 in the morning, he would always call me. Yeah, I'm home. Blah blah blah. But see, when he would call me around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and he's like, yeah, I'm just leaving the place. I already know what he did. They paid for something extra, and you did that something extra. That's where I draw the line. So I let it go after that because I ain't deal after that. Which leads me to the next point. I think that's why Portia and Tanya feel away. Because it's one thing to feel like, yeah, they slept with a stripper, but I'm more than sure if they slept with him, they paid for it. I don't think they want people to know they paid for it. That's what I think.
You know, I didn't like how whenever Tanya was talking in the bedroom to Portia, she's gonna say she's making disparaging comments about us and a stripper, and I'm like, was he just a stripper the night before when y'all was all up in? She's just, it was the way she said a stripper. I was like,
they paid the fare. They paid the nice little fare to do that they needed to do for that man because at the end of the day, work ain't honest, but to pay the bills. And I honestly feel like that's what
I mean, that's true, but
I will say, like, to give you the real teeth point, the way he answered the door when Portia came and said the ladies want you to come back. He said, "Come back for what?" It was very like running. It was very matter of fact. It was very. I know this game. What do you want? I'll tell you my rates.
Yeah.
Right. See. That's my point. And I feel like that's why they didn't want that to get out. They don't want it to be known that they paid for it. I think they paid for it. I believe if they did it, they would have just admitted it.
That man is about his coin.
Yeah,
you know what? That makes sense though. That makes sense.
And then
because at first I was like, "Oh, wait, what you mean for what?"
See,
yeah. And then him saying, is the cameras there? He was asking, like, what type of work you looking for? Like, what you trying to do?
Okay.
See?
Yo, when he asked if the cameras on, I was like, oh, this really about to go down. Because he trying to do some shit that he don't want the people to see. And apparently the girl
that's why he was annoyed at Kenya for asking all them damn intimidating questions on camera. Like, bitch, that's why we did it off camera. Shut the fuck up.
And why was she trying to go so in, get all the tea like that? Girl, damn.
That's why Candy kept saying, what happens in the dungeon stayed in the dungeon.
Exactly.
A lot of time importing her sex dungeon from Atlanta down to the Isle of Palms, and you fucking it up. Candy know what happened, and she ain't saying shit. Marlo know what happened. She ain't saying nothing. Why you got to be the one to bring it up?
No, Marlo did say something. Marlo did do it.
Only when Kenya said something.
Cynthia said something too. Yeah,
Cynthia said something too.
I don't like how everybody.
Yeah, they were gossiping about it.
Yeah, when she was talking to Drew, she was like, "There was definitely something that happened." And when they was at the pool, so Cynthia said something with Drew, and she was, you know, going back and forth with what's her name, Kenya. Yeah, they was talking. And Cynthia and Kenya wasn't around when Cynthia and Drew was talking.
Yeah. Because if y'all heard Cynthia was like breast was out and and one breast was in somebody titty was in somebody's mouth, and then that's when Cynthia got up and left because I guess that's when Bolo when it was Kenya.
Kenya said that it was a titty in the mouth. I think they was both talking at the pool, but Kenya was the one who said that his face wasn't visible no more. He was in somebody's eye.
Yes, that's what she
said. But yeah, maybe it was Cynthia who said the titty was in the mouth. But they both were feeling it. Nonetheless, it wasn't just Kenya.
Listen, the gag is Kenya should have knocked on the door, paid her fare, and went and got her back blown out because that's what that bitch need. You run around here trying to play detective. You should have went and got your ankles knocked loose. That's what I would have did. I'd have paid my fare. Come on.
That's what she
And now I want us to talk about the Lesbonics.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Now,
Right.
I know, like, some of us on the panel are LGBTQIA, so I know I've gotten this in the past where it's like, y'all say everybody's gay. Y'all be saying people is gay when they ain't gay. I'm like, you know what? This is exactly what we mean. Now, this is a living example of no, these are obvious lesbonics, and fam recognize fam. We've been calling it lesbonics since before they admitted that Portia and Candy were making out. We've been calling it lesbonics. Child Cynthia was there watching them writhe and gyrate, and Candy's playing with her vibrator. I'm just like, so y'all are just open bisexual now. Okay, at least open the door. Queen Latifah, you could learn something from this.
And she liked it. She admitted that she liked it. She admitted that the character wrong. She liked watching it. And then when Bolo took his schlong out, that's when it got too much for her. Then that's when she ran upstairs. I know that's right, Cynthia. You ain't never seen nothing that big, girl.
Cynthia just seems so auntie-ish to me that I feel like she's just trying to keep up with like the trend. Like she thinks it's cute. Like, oh, the other girls that play lesbians, let me play like I like this too. I don't think she.
No, I don't believe that because remember, Cynthia had the biggest crush on Candy down at the dungeon. She got on stage at the dungeon show in Atlanta. She wanted to piece of Candy real bad that season. She kept flirting with.
You right.
Kept flirting with Candy. That's why I was like, why are you acting like this, Cynthia? Like,
right.
And she admitted it. And she admitted it to Noelle when Noelle came out. And then she admitted it to Noelle in the car scene that she had sex with women before in the past.
Yeah, she did say that.
Cynthia ain't no
saint. She did own that before.
I feel she's a little older. That's my girl. Why are you acting like that? Don't act like you ain't want Candy this last season, girl. Don't do it. But let me say this, as a female, baby, that type of party would have been up me and my best friend's alley. But we not crossing a lot with each other. Like, put a vibrator on each other. Like, that was a lot. Kissing, like, we don't take it that far. Like, we back ass, we twerk on each other. But all that, like, sexual based shit, like making out, putting toys on each other, that's too much. That's not me. My girl style. We twerk on each other, we smack ass, that's it. Like,
did y'all see how aggressive Latoya was to Portia though?
Yeah, we don't do all
like
that.
she was so aggressive with her. Her mask started falling off, and Portia was right along with it.
Her damn braid was on the table. That was Latoya. You aggressive.
And Toya out there trying to get other people's wigs when she's leaving errant braids here and there.
Right.
Okay, I said not
them braids gonna come out anyway. She had them, baby. Them braids is gonna come out anyway. They probably ain't got no more life. She done had them on since the beginning of the season. They was gonna come out any goddamn way, child.
Oh, wait.
Okay. And they not as braids. They
like I'm sick of braid Toya.
Yeah, not as braids unless.
Right, like I'm sick of braid Toya. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of braid. I'm sick of it. Like that's all, honey.
So,
however, I go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was about to ask another question.
Go ahead.
Okay. So
no. Go ahead, because I'm hoping to say another substance. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just thinking, like, this whole episode, I don't know. Was it just me or were y'all expecting a little bit more? The only reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like the whole episode I had seen in clips on Instagram since like the fall. We saw all those clips of them in the windows and everything.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I feel like that's been honestly them for the past like 5 seasons. Like, it's interesting how they'll do promotion with some shows. Like I feel like they gave way too much away before the season started, and this should have been a surprise.
Yeah.
But they
I was surprised.
They're working with nothing. Drew is boring. Toya can't give anything. Kenya being an asshole is basically what this season's been built about.
Yeah.
Right.
It's Drew's marriage.
Yeah.
And we don't care enough about Drew to care about her husband.
Drew is so
Well,
tired,
speaking,
y'all.
I don't know how,
Don't
I
get
don't know
me.
anybody, but I actually like Drew, honestly. Well, I know Sakina don't
I
fuck
don't
with
like her.
Drew. I'm gonna make that clear. Sakina don't fuck with Drew, but I like Drew.
Ooh,
Okay, like she's
I
probably
like
one of the
Drew too.
favorite. I like
Yeah,
Drew.
Drew is my
I
favorite. I'm
fuck
not
with
even
Drew,
gonna lie
I
to
but
you.
like
Sakina
Drew.
on her review, like Sakina was
Yeah.
really, y'all talking about me dragging the hell out of Tisha and Martell. Sakina drug the shit
Well,
out
I
Drew
don't know
on
why
her
she
review
drugged
today.
Drew.
Okay,
I can't
drug
wait for her to
the
tell
hell
me.
out of
But I like Drew. I just don't
yeah,
think she's
tell the
really.
tale,
I
tell the
just don't think
tale.
she's cut out for reality TV. She don't seem like she really know how it works.
Drew is a
Yeah.
follower. Drew
You
is
right.
a follower. She's trying to get in with Portia in her clique. Okay, she got this imaginary beef with Kenya, and it's like, girl, you gotta keep that she keep making references about Kenya's marriage, and that is one of the things that pisses me off the most. I cannot stand when people talk about shit that they swear up and down that they know about and they don't know shit about. Like, you never seen Kenya and Mark's dynamic, so where do you get off talking about her marriage as if your shit is picture perfect and people analyzing your shit? Bitch, your man ran off in daylight and you had no idea what intention was
Daylight.
at. Then you got the nerve to say, well, maybe in daylight, okay? In fucking daylight.
Listen,
Like, and
baby.
you don't know what the fuck he at. You have the nerve to say something. You the most tackiest bitch on the cast. Your hair look a mess. Bitch, you can't dress. She had on ski boots. She had on ski boots down at the dungeon party. Ski boots and a leather vest with a cheetah print bodysuit. Bitch, you look a mess. Who are you talking
Ooh,
about? What are you
yeah,
talking about? I cannot stand Drew. She's a follower. She's a
baby.
follower. She's trying to get down with the clique, and it's like, bitch, you don't even fit in for real. Like, you want people to be mad at you so bad,
Mhm.
and you do anything just to be on Portia little clique. Like, girl, please, you the weakest link, bitch. Move on. I'll say Latoya before I say Drew.
like-
Baby.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Any
I like Drew
Oh,
too.
I told
Drew is
y'all.
better than Eva. Okay.
yes.
She clicks better with the group than Eva did, because I could not stand Eva the past 2 seasons.
Now,
She was on.
Sakina, to be fair though, if you watch the other Housewives franchises, this is the same thing that a lot of the new women do. Is they come in and they scout out, who is the queen bee, or who has the most pull, and they do their best to befriend them. I mean, we even see it with the tire, basketball wives, hoops and heifers that we chose to bypass. I mean, it happens. But I like Drew. I'm just gonna say that.
I don't like none of them hoes either.
I don't think that Drew is
And Drew
trying
had
to
a
force.
mention on her outfit. She had on wedgie.
I don't think
Drew
Drew
had
is
on
trying to force
wedges
her friendship.
as well. I forgot to add that. But go ahead.
It honestly wasn't hard for Drew to even be on the same side as Portia, because Kenya and Latoya came for Drew first. I think Drew is the
Right.
most realistic.
Right.
She came on the show realistic and level-headed. And as soon as Kenya and Latoya drew their line, she was like, well,
Right.
shit, I'm about to go over here with the most logical group. So I think that was just point of conversation for her. But I don't think she went out of her way to be Team Portia.
I agree.
No, yes, she did. She a follower. She's a follower.
Okay, wait, but Sakina, if we gonna be right, if we gonna be real about it, if you rewatch this episode, how it played out, Drew just recently started coming at Kenya. Kenya was coming at Drew from when
the
she
gate.
first came on. So
Yeah, from the
granted,
gate.
so for Drew to have anything to say,
But Drew didn't know that though.
Okay, but it's
Drew
also,
did not know that.
also in the confessional. So obviously this has been shot after a while. We're not gonna say and pretend like production don't show them certain little tidbits so they can film the confessional. Like, come on now.
Right.
They will do that. They will do that to get the mess started.
Wait a minute.
The thing is, Kenya did. Go ahead, Scotty.
No, I
Okay,
want to hear
before I let you continue, I want to. No. Before she goes in, I want to address this comment. When it says Drew been coming for Kenya, that's not true, because I just feel like Drew did not necessarily start think that Kenya did when her and Latoya was sitting up here giggling and talking about her like a dog and talking about her hair and shit. Like, of course, we all were talking about her hair, but we don't know her. They do. So I just feel like that situation. I don't think that Drew been coming for Kenya. I think that Drew has really been coming for her recently since the show. Kenya for her, in my opinion. But go ahead.
And let's not forget how many times she didn't call Drew a stray.
Right.
Like, I really did try.
Dog. It's over.
Yeah, and I didn't like that. Don't get me wrong. I didn't like that Kenya did that. I felt like they was doing too much with the wig thing. Anybody that watch my reviews know that yes, if I don't like you, if I feel like somebody's doing stuff fucked up, I'm gonna defend you in that. And I didn't like that Toya and Kenya was saying, "Oh, yeah, her wig." Like, there was nothing wrong with that girl wig. It was not that deep. It was people on TV that showed up with way worse. So yeah, they was doing way too much with that. But I feel like even then, like, just as the season is going on, there was nothing that Kenya did for Drew to like go that hard. I feel like anything that you should have your beef with Toya, because that's the one who's been talking shit about your wig to the max. So have your problem with her, but it wasn't that deep for you to have your beef with Kenya. Like, it really wasn't. And for you to compare your tired ass marriage, like,
okay, but you can't come for somebody and then tell them how to respond. It don't work like that. So she could. So okay, even if Kenya made one comment, you started it. So that at that point, any and everything is up for grabs, and I'm gonna talk about everything because you came for me. It is what the fuck it is. But that's how I feel about him.
Again, the same energy when it comes down to Kenya, because a lot of people got the same thing. That y'all say shit like that. I ain't gonna necessarily say y'all, but people say things like that, and then act shocked when Kenya retaliates to some shit. That's mine.
Wait a minute, Sakina. You breaking up? Wait. Sakina, try to come out and come back in because you're breaking up. I could barely hear what you were saying just now.
Okay, hold on.
So the number one question, pretty much what the entire episode was about. How you say it? Did the egg come before the chicken or chicken come before the egg? Whatever. Should Kenya have kept girl code, or should have Portia and Tanya been more conscious about what they were doing? Granted, there were no cameras around. I think it could go either way.
I'll say this. My only thing with that is I don't feel that she should have kept girl code, only because even though Kenya was on her BS the last episode at that table, but when she was somewhat trying to open up, want them to be her village, she's trying to explain herself, yet these are the same women that are laughing in her face, ordering food. And again, I'm not saying that they were wrong. I am not, but I'm just saying they did all of this to her at the table just a day before. So at this point, okay, well, why am I going to sit here and keep girl code for some people that ain't even rocking with me like that is sitting here coming for me every which way? In that instance, no.
But yeah, your baby was there. And if you really trying to go down this rabbit hole of you got to do everything by the book because you want to make sure Mark don't take your baby, I mean, don't you think by you admitting that you sitting around there listening to them fucking the stripper versus being up there with your daughter? Like, what was your daughter doing there anyway? Like, when you said that your nanny had a separate villa. So if you know that the stripper is going to be there, why would you have your daughter come around there anyway? Why wouldn't Brooklyn be around there to the other house? So I just feel like if she's going to go down that hole, she really could have kept her mouth shut and did what Candy did. Because my thing is, if it wasn't done on camera, it was done for a reason. So why are you now trying to make them tell what they did off camera? You don't hear none of the men sitting around here talking about the debaucheries that went on down to their shit. So why do Kenya feel like they just have to let it be known, yeah, I slept with the stripper? For what? What is Kenya getting out of that?
Producing some tension for the show.
She likes to see other people sweat. That's what she was getting from it. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna make these bitches sweat.
I mean, maybe, but even at that, I just feel like at the end of the day, I'm down with the girl code. Like, I'm not about to question you about what you did off camera. Now, if it was some shit that was done on camera, kind of, sort of, it wasn't quite like that, but it was, and you was bringing it up, all right. I'm with that. But if you're trying to question them about, so what you do with the stripper? Did you sleep with them? Did you do this? Did you do that? Did you pay for it? Like, nah, I'm not with that. I'm not with that.
I think it was just. I think that was all in fun. I do feel like some things are taken in. I feel like certain things are taken out of context, and I say that because when Kenya did that, or even let's take it back to Bolo. When they was throwing the money at Bolo, people in their confessional, Shamia and somebody else was saying, "Oh, but she should have used this money to provide us food."
Yeah,
it ain't even her money. It's Kitty is the one who gave the money. Like, y'all just live in the moment. Or when she was given the interrogation, that was all we're producing a show. It's all supposed to be lighthearted and fun. Had Kenya not delivered the way that she did, or asked the questions, play the interrogation game, and all of that, I really feel like this episode would have been dry as hell. And I just feel like people who don't like Kenya is going to have a problem with that because it's Kenya. But had anybody else, had Kenya messed around with Bolo, the girls would get for the same energy. It's just the fact that it's Kenya and nobody likes her. A lot of people don't like her.
Well, I'm speaking for me. I wouldn't have, because she let a girl climb her back one time and then Brooklyn came up out of it. So I wouldn't have been mad at Kenya had she knocked on the door and paid her fare and got her ankles knocked loose. Like I said, I would have been on her side, Portia's side, and Tanya's side. I wouldn't have had nothing to say.
Yeah, but see, let me piggyback off Terrence too, because I don't necessarily agree with it just being about Kenya. And this ain't got nothing to do with Sakina when I say this, because I really hate it when people try to use that because it's Kenya thing. Again, this ain't about Sakina. I see people say this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it's like with Kenya, it's not that I dislike Kenya.
Right.
I'm very indifferent to her. Like, if I need to defend her, I will. If she annoys me, then I'm gonna drag her ass. It's just what it is. But for me, even if it was Portia, someone that I don't even like, you know what I mean? If Portia was sitting up here holding up mock trials and shit, trying to find out what the hell going on with these other women, I drag her ass too. And everybody know, if that's one person on the Housewives that I don't like, it's Portia. And I just feel like if Kenya would have fucked with Bolo, I wouldn't have had no issue with her doing
I wouldn't have given
it's just I think I wouldn't have given a fuck at all. I think it's the way that she went about it, especially when there's a woman that's involved, that's in a relationship.
Right.
And I think that's why most people are mad. And this is coming from someone that doesn't like Tanya. I think that is more so about Tanya being in a relationship and she's trying to blow her. It comes across like she's trying to blow her spot up. That's how it comes across.
Well,
to people.
We don't like Paul. And we all saw Paul didn't mind taking the cookie lady's cookies. So had she admitted that she slept with Bolo, I don't think people would have gave a damn. Because I wouldn't have. She'd have been more relatable. And I'd have been like, all right, Pennywise, I'm with you. Shit. Hey, oh well.
However, though, we do know that you're on a reality show, and Morgan D, don't tell me I'm not keeping it real. I'm just stating my opinion on this. Y'all love to try to use this whole Kenya, it's a job. They're doing their job. Okay, and Kenya is doing her job as a villain. Like I keep saying, have you ever watched the stories? I love Days of Our Lives, and Sammy Brady was my favorite character, and she was a bitch, and she did a whole lot of fucked up shit, and I was still standing for her ass. So I get it, but that's the job of being a villain. When you're gonna be the villain, when you're gonna be the antagonist, you're going to get criticism. Kenya knows that her job is to be an antagonist. She knows that she got to bring the mess. The messy one always get drugged most of the time. That's just the basis of it all. And we already know, and I do agree with Sakina, if she did not hold that damn mock trial trying to figure out what the tea was, we wouldn't really have that much to talk about outside of the stripper. That is true.
Right.
But why can't we ever say anything about Kenya without someone saying, well, because it's Kenya, it's a problem? It ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right.
And even on her after show,
we get it that it's her job. It is our job to drag.
Yeah, like,
okay, we get it. It's her job to be the villain. It's our job to tag that bitch. Period.
Okay.
Let Sakina go. Go ahead.
First of all, let me get this clear for the people in the chat. I don't stand nobody, okay? Let's be clear, okay? I like who I like. I don't stand no motherfucking body, okay? So get that right, people in the comments. I feel like who I like, just like who y'all like, who y'all like. Nonetheless, the reason why I say like that is because it's Kenya. It's because past events have shown that. And one that I'll use off the top of my head is the season when they went to Miami. Excuse my dog. The season they went to Miami, when that dude got real aggressive with Kenya, throwing up gang signs and shit, everybody he was gonna be her ass. Sheree, Portia, and Phaedra ass tried to make it seem like what she did was an issue, and she provoked the whole situation. That's what I'm saying. Like when people just totally dislike somebody strongly.
Well, I do agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like it's just because it's Kenya, people feel like, oh, it's just because it's King. Like, no, that nigga was dead ass in the wrong. Like, wait a minute, you got the box this bitch. Like, wait a minute.
No.
So
Okay, but what did she do?
I don't think that. But I don't think the same situation though, because at the same, I think we're talking about two different situations. Bring up the Miami thing, even going back to my old videos, I drug just about everybody on the cast for trying to make it seem like it was all Kenya's fault, because that situation was definitely not her damn fault. And Portia and Phaedra did not see nothing wrong with this man until Kandi said that she was uncomfortable. Even though Kenya had just said that she was uncomfortable, it really didn't have any validity to them until Kandi said it.
I agree.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. But when it comes down to this situation, Kenya is like a buzzkill, even on her after show situation. She was sitting up here trying to downplay this whole situation, trying to make it seem like she wasn't impressed by Bolo, but she was one of the main ones that was dripping wet like a damn pot of greens. Like she was getting all her life from him just like everybody else was. So why when you get on here with the after show, you want to try to play it down like you really didn't give a damn? You know what I mean, girl? You was getting your life like everybody else did. And it was just like she just a buzzkill. And I think that's what annoyed people. It's like, okay, everybody is happy that everyone's getting along. Everybody talking about how much fun they had, but here she comes. Trying to be messy, trying to do this, trying to do that,
Right.
you know, trying to see who fucked who, trying to see who did who gives a damn. We just had a good time.
Right.
So it is what it is. I don't care, Ty Savage. I don't give a damn who wants to sleep with Kenya and who didn't. That ain't even the point.
Wait
The
a
point
minute, Scotty.
is,
Ty,
we just telling
you
what,
was on my live
God.
this morning. Caping for Kenya. Now you up here on the panel, caping for Kenya again. How many times do I got to tell you, Ty, stop trying to make her antics make sense to us? Because it ain't gonna make sense to us.
No, it don't.
Right?
Exactly.
We get it. We get
Yeah,
it.
like at the end,
It's no
we
shit.
get it, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, yes, Kenya was doing her job by being messy. That's what she's supposed to do. But at the same time, and oh God, no one said people came to Kenya. If that's the fucking case, we would not have Sakina up here defending Kenya at all. I already knew what Sakina stood on her review. So if I knew that, why would I have her up here if I had a problem with anybody defending anybody? Like, please stop
Scotty,
the fuck shit.
Scotty.
No one has an issue with it. Okay, now
Listen, Scotty. Listen, Ty Savage don't mean no harm.
I'm not.
All right, he just trolling a little bit. That's all.
Well,
he agree with you. He's just trolling a little bit.
No, he not trolling. He do this on every damn video I post. Like, fuck out of here. Like, this shit get on my nerves. Anyway, like I was saying, it's just, it is what it is. Like, I just feel like, I think the problem that they were having, because even Latoya, someone else I don't like, even Latoya, I think she was more so irritated too, because she was acting like a buzzkill. Like she was. You know,
and I said that. I said
she's
like, finally starting to see her for her words.
So I feel like if you ain't got nothing to hide, then you ain't got nothing to hide. Like Portia, you single as hell. Tanya, if you got down with him, then that's gonna be your issue that you're gonna have to deal with when you get back to Georgia. But like, I didn't understand why they was being so pressed about it. Like, this shit was on camera.
Because
on top of that.
They don't want nobody to know they paid a fare. It's
to
one
me,
thing to have
I
sex
think
with the
that
stripper.
Kenya,
It's another
But
thing to pay for it. They don't want nobody to know they paid for it. That's
Well, listen, if the price is
that's
right,
the gag. You paid for it.
price is right, and everything is elevated, hot and steamy and ready to go. This is it. Send me your truth.
Listen, that is
I
definitely
agree
a
with that too.
buzzkill.
Oh,
That is
definitely.
definitely a buzzkill. Spilling all the tea, okay, baby. If the night, listen, if I had a friend like that in a group, they'll be talking some. Oh, and what happened? No, you ain't no friend.
Right.
Kenya was being typical Kenya,
But
being
Kenya
right.
ain't
messy.
friends with him.
Yeah,
typical Kenya.
Okay, now I'll say, okay, so with all of that, we're not going to sit here and act like, okay, so Kenya did what she did. We acknowledge that. I'm trying to figure out why hasn't Portia, because she let Shavia come to her with the bull. Why didn't Portia just go and address the situation? So this seems to me that because these women don't want to address Kenya, that they are going to use this and carry this all the way back to Atlanta for us to deal with this for several more episodes when they could just deal with it. Because the reality is, while you have Tanya shaking in her boots and looking real scared, to be clear, Kenya never said your name. She said Portia name. She never said your name.
Right.
So with that being
And
said,
it's conventional.
obviously, okay,
Well,
I'm saying, but
Portia, I don't think Portia ever addressed it because in that scene, I got the feeling that Portia was looking at them like, oh, are we having a conversation? Because I don't think she was aware at the time that that whole Strippergate situation was being discussed with cameras on. So I don't think she wanted to say too much. I think she was just kind of like, oh, okay. But she didn't want to go into. That's why you get her saying more commentary in a confessional, because during real time filming, she's still trying to have her guard up because she don't know what's being revealed and what's not being revealed.
I can see that. I can see that.
I agree.
But then again,
Everybody
can I
got
just say
made great
this?
points.
Can I just say
Sorry.
this too? This may be a petty moment, but let me just say this.
So here you go, yo.
It's Portia's karma, in a sense, for trying to air out Candy and her alleged sexual activities. So now she's getting the same thing back, in
I
a
agree.
sense. Because she was ready to let it all out that Candy was, pumping on women and shit like that.
I
But now when
agree.
someone else does it
Yeah.
to her, it's an issue.
I
So
agree.
you could look at it as, okay, that may be Portia's karma for the shit she's done. You know
I
what I
agree.
That
mean?
was another point.
She,
I'm glad you said that, Scotty, because I was going to point that out too. You were talking about bitches was going to drug you and drag you down to the dungeon. But now Kenya say something about you possibly messing around with the stripper, and all the signs was there anyway. Because Portia was thirsty as hell for that man. We ain't gonna sit here and act like he was.
He
Like
was.
he wasn't.
He
She was
was.
grinding up on him and all of that. So it's just like now you got a problem with what Kenya doing. But yeah, you went the whole season claiming that Candy was supposed to be drugging you and taking you down there, and you was being a lesbian that night. But yeah, you were trying to act like you weren't trying to go down on Candy that night in New York.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I think
Plus,
Portia
she
was
showed
more
her true colors with Latoya because they caught that on camera with her being willing to kiss her and saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, I guess I'm a lesbian for the night." Girl, it wouldn't be your first time. Quit playing with us.
Right.
Not at all.
Exactly. We all know.
girl,
Okay.
just be like K Michelle. Just be like what K Michelle be saying. She's a lesbian on holidays. Let's just say it. Let's just say that. Like, girl, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, just say that and keep it moving. It is what it is. I don't know. I think I was more so annoyed because Kenya was trying to probe. That's all I know about. Because I know if it was me, not that I would have given a fuck if I did sleep with Bolo, but it's like, girl, why you want to know what the fuck I'm doing with my, like,
Right.
okay, but
what's it to you?
the
Like,
other girls, some of the other girls played a part in it because y'all saw Kenya was playing around when they were by the pool. If they didn't want to answer the question, guess what? They didn't have to answer the question. So whatever information you get out,
that is true.
Go ahead,
But
Scott.
that's true, Uriel. But she did keep going on and on
Right,
and on about it
right.
throughout the episode.
She
And that's
kept
what makes it
insinuating
It
that
away.
a
something
certain
went
type of way.
on because she heard something went on.
Like, you
Kate
know,
was guilty.
it is. L'Oreal does have a point. They didn't have to answer the question.
They didn't. They
Like,
didn't.
she did. They did.
They
They
didn't.
didn't have to answer anything, but I still feel like Kenya was going all over the world, all over the house, just like
Right,
trying to get the
right.
attention of
Trying
everybody.
to
Like,
get
girl,
Pro to get them to say, yeah, the sounds you heard was what it was.
Right.
That's the point.
like
That's
I
The
can
camera also
understand
showed what it
Kenya
was.
doing
the
it.
business.
The camera and the mic showed what it was
Listen,
too.
she was down there listening for 45 minutes. Y'all heard what Candy said. Oh, she left Brooklyn alone for 45 minutes to listen at the door. Yeah, she was licking down, plicking her click, listening to them doing it instead of her walking up in there,
Now,
seeing her hair
Oh,
and getting her ankles
look,
knocked loose.
look.
So at the end of the day, you
Wait.
can continue all you want, but I
What?
wouldn't
No.
have been mad
Hold
if
up.
she paid her fare
Hold up.
and did what she had to do. It would have gave her a better storyline.
I didn't like that Candy made that comment about her leaving her child. Because
Why?
this is okay. First of all, before I answer that question, she already did that with Grandmaster Zodiac when she was saying she was laid up with DJ Tracy while her kids was. It seemed like that's a go-to, but it's also, we know Candy. I love Candy, but she is the most emotional person on the show. If anybody said on the cast said anything about Blaze or said anything about Riley, and I'm just speaking on her female children, Candy would have had a whole conniption and probably would have wanted to drag somebody up in there. So I'm saying, and this is one of those where if you're doing it, just know that when that comes back at you, because somebody gonna bring that back on Candy. Like, I didn't like that. And if this is truly your friend, because they are friends outside of filming, that's something that she probably shouldn't have even said. Because now you're trying to allude to the fact that she is being a
She's not taking
negligent
care of her kids.
parent.
Okay,
And-
but at the same time, she couldn't come down there to chill with them when they first got there because Brooklyn was there.
It's her.
So you couldn't come down here to chill with us, but you could come down there to listen for 45 minutes to hear them getting their ankles knocked loose. Like, I'm not buying that either.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
I'm not buying that either.
I agree with both of y'all. You're real intense because yeah, it is kind of like, okay, well, yeah, you can come kick with us the other day, Kenya. What kind of shit is that? But then it is like coming from Candy. This is supposed to be your friend. Now you was also caring for her on the ride here, so you think that she was trying to be a little understanding or whatever. So you make digs like that, knowing that your family is untouchable, and you ready to cry and get emotional at the drop of somebody. Remember when Kenya said, "You're tired ass Mama Joyce wig." She was ready to fight. Then she got real defensive over her mama's wig. So it's just like little shit like that. Yeah,
I mean, I
can't
get
say that type
that,
of shit.
but that wasn't what Candy's point was. Candy's point was, I feel like her thing was, I mean, damn, you left her alone for that. You could have left her alone to chill with us. I guess that's where, because that's the way I took it. That's where that came from with me.
Well, you
Like,
know
if you could leave her alone for that, why couldn't you leave her alone to come and chill with us?
then as a
Yeah,
friend,
and I
she
get
should have
that.
said that to her. Candy should have said that to Kenya, unless they didn't show that to us, because I don't remember seeing it.
I agree. Don't get me wrong. I definitely agree. Because when she said that, I was like, at first I thought, okay, well, maybe it was like an exaggeration. Because in my review, I was doing a live reaction type of thing. So I was like, okay, maybe she was just exaggerating, talking about 45 minutes. But then King was like, yep, I sure did.
Yeah,
Like,
she agreed to it. That's my thing. Listen, if Kenya wanted to pay her fare, I would not have been mad. I'd have went up for Kenya. Good. You've been letting a girl cameo back. You may as well experience what it's like to have a man with some spurts knock your ankles loose. I would have been for it. I would have been all here for Kenya. I wouldn't have had no problems with Kenya. See, she fucked up. The same thing with Pennywise. She fucked up.
Not Pennywise.
Well, Pennywise made herself a little guilty because Pennywise made herself a little guilty because soon after the news came out about what happened at the dungeon party, she left the show. So we already know that she had a lot to do with what happened with Olo J.
But see, Candy is the right wingman to have around you because Candy said what happened in the dungeon stayed in the dungeon. I don't know what y'all talking. She almost alluded to something, but she ain't want to implement herself.
She did. I agree. Yes.
And y'all think about Marlo said specifically to Candy, next time we're gonna have them sign NDAs because she know Candy is experienced with those NDAs. So that's why she said
Definitely.
that. But all right, y'all. I'm about to go. I gotta get up early in the morning.
All right, boo.
All right, bye y'all.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
I'm about to end it. See you later. But I guess this is going to be from what one of those T pages said. They were saying that this situation kind of kicks off Kenya versus Portia part 525
Oh
after
God,
this situation. So
I'm so sick of
And I
it.
think this also
That's what they're
causes a
saying.
shift. This also causes a shift from Latoya being with Kenya to more being with Portia, and then vice versa with Marlo as well. Because I think this is going to kind of set the tone for the second half of the season.
Now it makes sense why they're pushing them to be friends. Makes sense. Got it.
Latoya, another follower.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
Y'all see how
Most
easily
definitely.
swayed she was when Portia was like, so how do you think about it, Latoya? How do you think about Kenya saying this? And she was like, oh, well, basically, like, she understood where they was coming from. I was like, it's a that. Oh, you see how easily you wanted to go over there on their side? Like, follower. Like, y'all don't have a mind of y'all
I mean,
own.
maybe Portia placed that tongue in her mouth pretty good and made a change of mind, Charlie. That's
right.
Thing I can say.
It's still like you don't have a mind of your own. Like, you can like both of them. You know that, right? Like, you don't have to pick a side.
Right. Well, she can't. She can't like Portia over Kenya, and she can't like Kenya over Portia. That can never happen. With anybody else, that can happen. Not with them two.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Because it was tired that Portia even got her feelings about Kenya and Marlo making up. And that's what I'm saying. Like, bruh, it's not that deep. If you don't fool her, you don't fool her. Why are you feeling some type of way because Marlo is friends with her? Talk about, she got another ally in the house. And why is that such a problem to you? If you fuck with her, then just leave her there.
Because she low-key wants her to not have anybody on her side, so she has no one to film with. You have nobody to film it. You have no scenes to film. You can't film. You're not on the show, or you're a friend of the show. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But isn't that what she did? Isn't that what she tried to do with Nene last season, but winded up making up with her anyway towards the end? Like, Portia been a fake bitch, and I've been saying it, and people don't like it when I say it, but she been a fake bitch. She been a turncoat. That's what she do. Like, she been a fake bitch, and because people think she's so fun and bubbly and dumb as hell that she can get away with everything, and I've been calling her out on it. Like, I've been calling her out, and been getting dragged every time I call her ass out. But she been a fake ass bitch. She been one.
Not just you.
I'ma keep
You
saying
already
it
know
till I
that.
say it.
I got drugged for that all last season when she finally made up with Nene. Then I had to drag Portia again, because then she automatically started having issues with Kenya miraculously out of nowhere. Because y'all know beforehand, she was cabinet security around their friendship or whatever. She was protective of it. Then the minute she got with me, then it became problems. Well, I don't really like the way she's moving now, bitch.
Nope. She been the same way. Portia, she don't know how to stay neutral. I think we all understand that.
Thank you.
She do not know how to stay neutral. When it came down to the whole dungeon situation, you never had an issue with Candy, ever. Candy was one of the most supportive cast members when it came down to Portia. Now all of a sudden she having an issue with Phaedra, and you feeling some type of way. You want to check her basically on Phaedra's behalf. Like, bitch, who are you?
Right.
Stay in your lane.
And that is when I stopped liking Portia, because before that, I liked Portia before that. But when I saw how it's like when she gets cool with people, that's who she latches on to, and she just say, fuck everybody else, I'm finna fuck with this person.
Right.
Because soon as Phaedra started having, and we discussed this last week, soon as Phaedra started having a divorce, it's like she came in, she started to be all cool with Phaedra. Now she's a supportive friend to her now, and they're all, they're cool. She whatever. As soon as she got into it, it's like, to be honest, uh, Portia started really being fake towards Candy in season 7. Because remember when Phaedra had gotten up to try to hit Kenya with that purse, and then
She was
she
on the
started
pot.
saying, I'm she stirred the pot right then and there. That's when she first started with the bullshit then, and I started seeing right through her then, because I'm just like, so why are you involved in this? Like, the
Right.
reason why Candy probably was so quick to get up, because Candy knew that Phaedra was fucking on another man. That's why she didn't get the fuck out of her seat when the shit first went down. She knew about Mr. Chocolate.
But she got up because remember Portia was like, my thing is, why Candy didn't get up? Bitch, she was literally right behind y'all. Literally. And
Yeah,
you
like
trying to
they
make it
tried to
different, she
make it
wasn't.
seem like she wasn't there. Yeah, like she tried to make it seem like she wasn't there for Phaedra at all in this situation. She was like, and I remember watching the episode back, she was like, don't worry about it because I'm right here, I'm right here, I'm right here. It's kind of like she just wanted to take Candy's place with Phaedra. It's like, let me use
Correct.
what Candace from Potomac said. She used Candy as a ladder to get to Phaedra. That's what she did pretty much. She
Yup.
got to be cool with Phaedra. As soon as she got to be cool with Phaedra, she turned on Candy and made Candy and Phaedra's beef her beef. And then she
Yup.
went to telling all them lies. The same thing she did with Shamia. She cool
Mhm.
with Phaedra, and then she sat there and let Shamia, a friend that she had since childhood, get talked about like a fucking dog in front of
Mm.
her face. She did nothing to
And ain't
defend
say shit.
Shamia in this situation, period. And she didn't say nothing. And she prides herself on being so damn loyal to people. But she wasn't loyal to Shamia. She did not give Shamia that grace that she gave Phaedra.
But
Like,
wanted to
it's
go to
just it's
war for
just what it
Phaedra.
is. So wanted to go to war for Phaedra, and Phaedra left her ass out the fucking dry. Like, she was gonna sit up there and let her ass take the fall for all of her bullshit.
Yup,
But
and
you
she
so
just sat there
loyal though.
silent.
You know what I
She,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
you.
I've never seen. Yeah, like Portia been fake, and I've been saying it. Like, straight up, she's been a fake bitch. I've been saying it. I've been seeing through her since season 7. Like, straight up, she's been fake. Just like when oh, I'm so protective of me and your friendship, Kenya. We're both moms, and I'm just so
Mm-hmm.
happy. But soon as Nene give you a bone, soon as Nene give your ass a bone, now you want to run over there and try to take up for Nene and just throw Kenya to the wolves now because you back friends with Nene. It's the
That's
same
true.
thing with Shamia. Like, when Kenya told that story about how Shamia had texted her phone when she was going into labor,
Mm-hmm.
Portia pissed off about that. What are you mad about?
Okay, wasn't that deep?
What are you mad about?
Your friend hang around
Yeah,
the crew just like
Exactly.
you.
yeah. That
Like
falling
what
out
are you
between
like what
Kenya
are you
and
mad about?
Portia was definitely Portia's fault this time. This last time they fell out
It
because
most
she
But
definitely
had
see,
was. Most definitely.
this shit
this
could
the
have been a
issue that I have.
conversation.
But everybody in the come down to Kenya, Kenya really has tried to be a lot of those girls' friends. And I know y'all probably gonna try to jump on me and people gonna get in the comments and try to jump on me too. But Kenya really has tried to be friends. She tried to make up with Phaedra. When they did that divorce party, yeah, it may not have been the best move, but it was a collaboration party for both Phaedra and Candy. I mean, and Cynthia. But behind her back, Phaedra back, are they going to Detroit together and all this other stuff? But the moment that she got a chance to dog her behind the scenes, Phaedra want to talk about, I ain't about to see her celebrate with the, what she say? The something, she called her trifling hoe or some shit
Oh
that
yeah,
ruined
I
our
remember that.
marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, so now friendship ruined. Okay, how many times did Kenya try to be friends with Nene? Kissing Nene
That's
ass, throwing
true.
charity
That's
events
true.
and making up. Y'all done made up down at the
Hmm.
dinner table. Next event, Nene acting up as if y'all still got a beef going. And then when it comes down to Portia, same thing. She got friends with Nene. And now she like Kenya who? Like Kenya really has tried to be these girls' friends. But I mean shit. Once you done inspired me, what the hell you want me to do? She done tried to be a lot of these girls' friends and they just didn't hold a day in.
And Phaedra still holds Kenya responsible for her marriage ending as if Apollo wasn't being fraud the
Okay.
entire time. Like, like girl, bye. And you knew what type of man that you had when you got with him. And then on top of that, like people be trying to justify Phaedra and why she made up the lie about Candy. It's always, Candy took Apollo's side, or he had, no matter what happened, making up a lie like that was not the way to go. And on top of that, I don't even think that Candy was really friends with Apollo like that. I just think that she was more so cordial with him because Todd and Apollo were friends. So
That's
it's kind of
exactly what
like,
it
and
was.
even Portia made that statement, and even Portia made that idiotic statement saying, either you're gonna be on Team Phaedra or you're gonna be over there with your husband with Apollo. Bitch, what side do you think she's going to take?
Right.
What is not clicking to you? Like, girl, why? Like, what are you saying?
But
You
Yeah.
said either she gonna be over here with Phaedra or she gonna be over there with her husband and Apollo. Like, girl, come on
And
now.
Phaedra was also
That's
upset
not.
because she found out that Candy and Todd were holding on. Well, not even quotation marks, but was holding on to some of Apollo's stuff. So she felt betrayed. Like, why are you holding on to his stuff? So that was another thing. But it got to a point where Phaedra at that point was looking for reasons to not like her. Like, okay, I already don't like you, but I need something else. Have so if anybody tries to debunk this, I got something else.
Right. It's like, okay, and then Phaedra's another bitch that's fake as fuck too, and don't nobody wanna own that either, because you sat there at Candy's office crying, I just want our friendship to be the way that it used to be, but then you get with somebody else and you talking shit, you saying little slick shit, you know what I mean? Like, girl, or when Candy first came to you and said that after Nene and Portia said what you felt, as far as you felt that she wasn't there for you, you know what I'm saying? She came and asked you about it, and you said y'all were good, but
Mhm.
you weren't.
Yep. Fake shit.
But you weren't good. I knew you wasn't good. That's fake as fuck. Like, if Terrence came to me and asked me if I had a problem with him, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to him and say I don't have an issue with him. If
Hmm.
Josiah came up to me and said, Scotty, I got an issue with you. No, you have an issue with me. If I got an issue with Josiah, I'm gonna say that. If I have an issue with Uriel, I'm gonna say that if he came and asked me that. So it's like I'm not gonna go and talk to Sakina and Bundy and Jamie and everybody else but Josiah or but Terrence
Person
or
that you have
but
the issue
Uriel
with.
about my issue,
Hmm.
yeah, with them. Like, I'm never gonna do that. Then that's what Phaedra did, and which is why I didn't understand at the reunion when she said, I never talked to Nene nor Portia about you. Well, how the fuck do they know that you have these feelings about her then if you never spoke to neither one of them about her?
And they kept cater for her. But we was just making a y'all was not making assumptions. She said that shit. Like leave it as it is. But yeah, Phaedra been fake too. And I used to like her,
Exactly.
but then after a while I was like, I don't like how you moving. You doing too much.
Yeah, definitely. I caught that. Like especially that last season she was on. I was like, ooh, nah.
Yeah, that last season was
Phaedra fake as fuck, and I never understand why anybody wants that bitch back. I do not want to see her back. I do not want to see that frog ass bitch back on my screen. Bad enough I had to see her ass on fucking marriage boot camp faking that damn relationship with Medina. Like, fuck
Now,
that. Like, I don't want to. I'm sorry, but I can't.
there were a
Phaedra,
lot of
just
people
Phaedra.
online that was upset, saying that so Candy can be upset about this rumor and Portia is still on the show, but Candy has profited from this rumor, is doing a party with the theme of the rumor, but Portia's still there, but Phaedra's not. I saw that a lot on social media and today.
I wanted them both gone, if you ask me. Let's just make that clear. I wanted Portia and Phaedra gone. But I feel like the thing that saved Portia is the fact that she cried and
mm-hmm.
came across like she was sympathetic for what she did, or like she never meant to do that, or like she was manipulated into believing that Candy did something, was trying to do something to her, which people were so quick to say, well, Phaedra was her best friend, so of course she was going to believe her. but she was closer to Candy for years than she was to Phaedra. So that doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Phaedra was not her best friend. They just started hanging out. So let's not. So let's just be 100. They had just started hanging out in season 7, and then they got closer in season 8. So
That's
you
true.
know, and Candy never given her a reason to think that she would do something to her. So why would you believe that shit? You know what I'm saying? And Phaedra wasn't apologetic about it. She just didn't say shit. She was just a dumbass and just sat there and didn't say nothing. So that's
Well, I mean,
probably why they kicked her ass out.
she
You know,
wasn't gonna sit here and cop to it. So, I mean, look, like if she admitted to it, that would have just really been bad for her. Like, I understood why she did do it. Like, you're not gonna implement yourself on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I get it.
yeah, I understood, but that's why her ass not here no more though. That's just what
Well,
it
I'm
would have come down to. She didn't own it.
that Andrew Cohen and the rest of the people in America bought that tired ass performance that Portia displayed on that reunion, because that's all it was. It was
Yes.
nothing but a performance.
It was giving me Tyler Perry the Oval vibes with them badass acting.
Dry.
Like,
It's dry
girl,
as hell. No tears.
Okay.
I would have never said that if you didn't. Girl, shut the fuck up, Arsenio. Shut the fuck up. Like, girl.
Oh my
But
god.
enough about Portia, as Terrence would say. Enough about Portia and her fake shit. We're about to end this, you guys. We've been on here for over 3 hours. I didn't expect it to be 3 hours, but child, we have fun up here, child. Most of these panels always wind up being 3 hours.
Oh
I
yeah.
would like to thank Sakina for coming in the place of Jamie. I did not, shout out to Bundy. She's not feeling good. Shout out to Bundy and shout out to JB as well, even though they weren't here. Shout out to them too as well. They could not be here tonight. Y'all know I told Sakina earlier, I said, girl, please speak your mind, because the last time you was up here, them folks in the comment section was terrible ass a new one because you wasn't saying that much. So you need to let the people know how you feel. And you did what I asked you to do. So yes, child, you did a great job tonight. Is there anything that you guys want to let the people know before we go? Starting with your real.
Well, first, for since the ladies are not here, make sure you all subscribe to all 4 of them. I don't know who's gonna have the ladies first on Thursday, because I know Jay Lee. So it's between Nisi and dang
I
nabbit,
think
Jamie.
it's Niecy. I think
Well,
Niecy's doing it.
well, everybody subscribe to both of them. Dang nabbit.
Nisi.
It should be around 8 p.m. Central when they go live. So make sure you do that also for me. If anything, just my channel for the Housewives of New Jersey, because they brought it. So I am reviewing that, and I'll also be on Really BTV's channel on Thursdays at 5:30, where we'll be doing a live review recap, because she's not well versed on the other seasons. But yeah. And if y'all not watching Jersey, please watch it, because they messy, and they brought it episode 1 of this season. And also
They did.
and also make sure y'all go watch Alex's review of it, because he had me in stitches, especially at the very end. But yeah, make sure you watch Alex's review on that too. Okay, that's all I got.
Go ahead, Josiah.
All right. Well, I just want to let y'all know to follow me on IG and YouTube, Josiah's World TV. Now, I have not been really putting out content like that because I don't have my Wi-Fi yet. It should be coming this week. It's been like a month long since I haven't had Wi-Fi. Jesus. But I have decided to do like maybe a 2-hour live stream every Saturday, recapping y'all's favorite reality TV shows, because people have been asking me, DMing me, and I'm going to review these shows. And yes, I will start doing that. So be on the lookout for that, and also more content about y'all favorite TV shows back in the day. I'm working on a video about the different a different world and living single. So stay on the lookout for that.
Yay.
Oh, I'm here for that. Okay.
Yes, you
Go
know I
ahead,
like
Alex. Muted.
You can find me on YouTube at Alex Rogers, Instagram Alex Rogers, Twitter Alex Rogers, And I have a podcast with my friend Chris, Pop Roast, available on all streaming platforms.
And Sakina, let them know, honey.
It's my turn. No playing.
Yes, honey.
No, seriously, I do want to thank y'all for having me. I'm truly grateful for any opportunity that I get to, speak my mind and, talk to different YouTubers and things of that sort, especially, Spidey, Alex, being on platforms like that. And I've been watching y'all for a long time. So I really appreciate, anytime y'all want to have me, y'all know, call me up. But yes, any other viewers, follow me on my channel with Simply Sakina, or subscribe to my channel with Simply Sakina. If y'all want to follow me on Twitter, it's Simply Sakina. Instagram, Simply_Sakina. But if you on my channel, all of that will be in the description box. So holla at me. Not holla at me.
All right. All right. Even though Terrence, I don't know what happened to him, but even though Terrence is gone, I want to tell you guys, if you haven't followed Terrence on YouTube, be sure to follow him at Giving You the Real Tea. He does reality reviews just like we do, and he also does Let's Gag Lives, and Yarrell is one of his top tier moderators. He be in the building just promoting all of his shit from the Cash App to every goddamn thing else. So make sure to tune into all of that. And I enjoyed myself tonight. This is probably one of my favorite nights that we've done this. It was fun. Like it was fun.
It was
very
fun,
sweet,
definitely.
Yeah,
Like,
I had fun
it was
too.
fun. Like, yeah, this is probably one of my favorite ones. I have a lot of favorites that I go back and watch, especially the one where Alex drug the hell out of Drew Sidora. If I want to see that, if you just want to see that read, just go to my Instagram page. I posted a clip of that read, honey. He read the hell out of Drew. I felt like I was Drew after I heard it, child. He did her. Woo, yes. But anyway, you guys, make sure you guys subscribe to everybody up here. Support everybody that's up here. And that's it, you guys. We will see you guys next week. And before I go, I also want to let it be known that there will be a panel on the prelude. Josiah and Terrence and Bunny Blue will be a part of it. Alex, if you're not too busy, I'm gonna talk to you about it. But I know for a fact that Josiah, Terrence, and Bunny would be a part of this panel. It's like an LGBT type of conversation that stemmed from a status that Missy Mouse put on Facebook, I think. So be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be Wednesday night at I think 9/8 Central. I already put the promo out already on my Instagram page. So if you want to know anything else about it, be sure to tune in and look at that. And that's it, y'all. We out of here, y'all. Till next week, next Monday. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.